sit here and cut up until something if anybody come in. If nobody come in at all, that would be awful strange. Um, let me see here.
Let me close my door.
What's the babies doing?
Well, I think they might be outside. They in here somewhere, but they doing something because they quiet. You hear it's quiet today?
Okay, I just got the
It was quiet
notification.
before. For what? That it's on?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay. Patience.
Uh-huh.
Patience.
Yes.
This is SKYLA right next to you.
Hey, Skylar.
Nice
And
to
up
meet you.
top is Willie, my cousin. He's my cousin.
How you doing, Big Will?
How you doing? How you doing?
And
How you doing?
y'all know who I am, okay?
That's that Simply Love in the house, y'all.
Simply love. Love.
Exo,
Okay.
exo.
The hard
You know what? Hey everybody. Is that you? Oh, okay. Hey everybody. Let me know if you can hear us. I don't want to sound like I'm shouting. It sounds like I'm shouting. Can
Now
you
you
let
all
us
right?
know if you can hear us? You guys, please, if you can hear us. Does my YouTube need to be? I think I have to go to YouTube and mute my mic. That's what has to happen. Just a minute, y'all. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, I have to mute my mic. Can you guys hear us out there, please? Yes or no? Okay, now they say they hear me. I had to mute my mic. Um, we'll just wait a few more minutes. You guys hang in there. We're just waiting for a few more to come in. And if you don't mind, please hit that like button, please. We would really appreciate that as you coming in. Now I'm going to get a couple. Here you go. How you doing, Linda? Okay, I'm adding you as a moderator, Linda. Keep things in check.
Yes.
How you know, Nikki? Hey, how you doing? Okay, Johnson. We're just gonna wait a little bit more for some people to come in, and we'll start. Okay. Great. I'm glad you're doing okay, Linda. I see you all the time. Somebody said, "Hey, y'all, Nikki." Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey.
Hello.
So patience, you have your oracle stuff, or whatever it is that you want.
Yes, ma'am. Let me pull out these decks. I got them all boxed up.
Okay. Love you too, Linda. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Queen Aquarius, how you doing? We just waiting for some more people to come in. Just give us a few more minutes. We're gonna start. Thank you, Linda, for moderating for us. Please keep up on this stuff for me, please. I appreciate it. Okay, Queen Aquarius, if you're gonna be here for a minute, I'm gonna moderate you up too, okay? So you can help Linda out.
I'll be right back.
And like I said, you guys, we will be, this is recorded, it's live now on YouTube, but it will be recorded. So if some people miss it, they can come back and view it again.
Okay.
SKYLA, what is SKYLA doing?
Simply Love, you know what I'm doing.
We're gonna have to give SKYLA some discipline.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get it together, okay? Okay.
Oh my God.
Don't start me to cutting up.
We need to have some humor. We need to have some humor. Okay, we need that.
Mm.
Okay, Queen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to send you an email when I get done, okay? Show you my appreciation. And you too, Linda. Joanna, you okay, saying you can hear us too. Excuse me. Hello. Just everybody say hello, and then I want you guys to let us know if you can hear everybody that's in the chat. I mean in the box here. Just
What's up,
say
y'all?
Hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
they can hear saying thank you, yes. Where is everyone? I don't know, but they might slip on some more slipping in here. That's why we're giving it just a few more minutes. Okay, let me see here. Hey, you're in where Jonah? Where you at in PA? Y'all just let me know whenever you're ready. Because I think people just coming in. It could be different time zones and stuff like that too. Oh, they're in Philly. What part of Philly you from? But welcome to the channel, you all. Okay, people will probably still be coming in, but we just gonna roll on. Y'all ready? You want to roll on with it, or you want to wait a few more minutes?
We can
I'm
roll
set.
on with it. They'll probably be coming in as we.
Like they did before. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Center City. Okay, OPA in the house. PA here by way of New York City. Yes. Okay.
Hello,
Welcome
New
to the
York City.
channel.
The last
Welcome
time we
New
did
York
the
City.
show, we had somebody from Australia. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. Now we're on the platform here. It is an open platform. It looks like I'm delayed here when I'm talking, but that's what it is. It could be my internet. I don't know. But everybody else good? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do for you guys is let everybody introduce themselves and whatever they want to say in the opening here. So you guys got whoever wants to. So Will, oh, cousin Will, you can start. Then Patience, and then you, Skyla. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, my name's Will Brown. I have a product. It's called Green Plant Life. I'll show you in the product if you could see it. This is the powder form, teaspoons. I've got the pill form, capsules, and I've also got the drink called Green Plant Life. Anyway, it's beneficial for quite a few things, but I put it together just basically to help people with, we eat a lot of acidic food, a lot of GMO foods, a lot of bad stuff. So the green plant is just to help out with the acidity that we have in our body, the mucus that we have in our body. You know what I mean? It helps balance the blood pressure, and it helps with inflammation, antioxidants, all of that. So it's a good it's a good product.
It
But
is.
I've had quite a few people try it. I've got an Instagram page and took
Tell
quite
them
a few pictures.
tell them your Instagram page and how they can get in
Just
touch
this
with you. Facebook.
Green Plant Life _ and my Facebook page is Willie Brown, but get in touch with me on Instagram or Facebook. But like I said, it's just a product that's really good. It helps with arthritis. It does a lot. Once you start getting rid of a lot of the acidity in your body, then you'll start seeing we lost somebody too. You'll start seeing Jay.
What
You'll
happened?
start seeing that it'll
Oh,
benefit you in many different ways.
okay.
But I think we lost, what was her name?
Oh, here she is. I think she's coming back. Okay, there she go. Okay.
So, question, Willie, you were talking about removal of inflammation and things like that. Is this is something that you probably suggest people take to help boost their immune system while we're doing this? I guess you're talking
Corona,
pandemic or epidemic of the coronavirus.
for sure, it helps because definitely it boosts your immune system because it does. One of the ingredients is iris moss.
Okay.
So we know that gives you many minerals. So it does boost
Definitely.
your immune system also. So I would suggest to take it too, like either that or something that's, you know what I mean, health beneficial while this virus is going around because we don't know the extent. You know what I mean? A lot of people sleeping on the coronavirus, but we
Yep.
don't know the extent. The government doesn't even know. So
True.
it's just be clean and be safe. You know what I mean? And if you can eat healthy, that's it helps. So I
Indeed.
suggest everybody eat healthy at all times because we're actually consuming our diseases. You know what I mean through the food. So appreciate that, cuz.
I got mine right
Yeah.
now.
So
Okay.
No, that's right.
Mhm.
we're literally eating our diseases. So we have to discipline ourselves. You know what I mean? If we want to live a longer life and a healthier life and a better quality of life too.
True.
Exactly.
So
That's right. Now's the
so we
time.
don't.
Now's the time
Yeah.
that, if things are closing down and you have this opportunity here to just rest, relax instead of the hustle and bustle we go through every day or back and forth to work or whatever you do. Now's a good time to just rejuvenate the body and get the immune system up. This really does help. I mean, I've been taking it for like what has it been? Cause about 3-4 months now,
Yeah, it's been
and
about that.
I used to have real bad neck pains, really bad, and my back used to hurt a lot. And I used to take a lot of medicine. Since I've been taking this, if you guys can see that there, since I've been taking this, no more pain. I haven't taken any kind of pain medicine, no nothing. I feel like a kid again. And
Mhm.
people talking about my skin changing and all that. So it had effect on. Here she go out again. Had effect on,
Yeah,
You
clearing my
know,
skin up and things like that. So I can just tell everybody that it works. It's a good product. I will leave all his information in the description box below once it's over with, and you can contact him if you. I suggest everybody try this. It's good product. It really is, and I'm so
yeah,
proud of you, cousin, for helping out the human race basically because we
yeah.
need this. We need it.
yeah. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
Um.
yeah. Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
No. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's basically the sum of it. Everybody needs to start consuming the herbs, man. It's very important, man. We've been misled about what's good and what's not good for us. You
True.
know. So
Yes,
I
we
mean,
have.
we need to start informing each other about things that we've got. We've had some things passed down to us that was not beneficial for us, but can't blame our parents
Yeah.
and grandparents.
Yeah.
You know.
Well.
We
Right.
can't blame our parents and our grandparents, but most of us come from a mainstream religious or Christian background. Many of us do. And even in that background, if you look in, I want to say it's Genesis 19:1, it talks about the herbs being for the healing of the nation. And then it talks about the fruit should be for our meat. So even when you look at
Hmm.
a lot of the systems that we've grown into, it has truth
Yeah.
in it. But I think a lot of people just kind of bypass it because of whatever it is that they want to do. But it already clearly states that the fruit should be for your meat and that the herbs are for the healing of the nation. So we
Yeah.
got some key components of what we should do, but I think it's just kind of like ignoring it or sometimes people not wanting to do the work because it is work, doing
Yeah.
research and changing your habits.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it takes a minute, but if you're willing to put in the effort, it can be done because
Yeah, very
my
beneficial.
and once you get it in your system, you feel so much better. You wouldn't want to give it up. You want to
True.
continue
Oh,
down that journey of for a better self inside, the way you feel while you're here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
so it's a good product. I mean, I don't
That's what
anybody.
exactly a better quality of life. So
Yes,
that's
yes,
really important because it's one thing to walk around aching, and it's another thing to walk around and feel 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you get older, that makes a difference too. Your quality of life. Just living is one thing. You know what I mean? Having a good quality of life is another.
that's
So,
it. That's it. I mean,
and
with
that's
the pharmaceutical companies making billions and trillions of dollars off of our illnesses that actually that they give us, and we have to just be aware of that. Now's the time to be aware. I look at this coronavirus or whatever it is out here. I'm looking at it in a bigger picture that maybe this needs to happen. You know, maybe it needs to happen so we can get back in tune with our ancestors and listen to what they're telling us, because through nature, through the most high, through our ancestors, they're communicating with us. I don't think they want us to live like they lived. I really
Mm-mm.
don't.
Mm-mm.
They're trying to say step it up. It's time to step up. So, and
Yeah.
now's a good time to do it. If you're going to have some free time or whatever, it's time to just refocus, hit that reset button, and let's just start it all over again, and do the best that we can to live a healthier lifestyle.
Exactly.
yeah,
I think that's
Amen.
it's very important. Going back to these Bible references, I'm sorry to keep digging up in it, but I think when you go back and you look, those people were living like 800 and 900 and 700 years. So these people actually had longevity, and it was due to the way that they were eating. When you look at the things that they were talking about that they were consuming, they said that they had grapes the size of people's heads. So they were actually consuming a plant-based diet way back then. And
Yeah.
so you could see there was a transcendence of a plant-based diet into us cooking meat and eating the things that they say was sacrificed to the god. So when we got to that place, that's when the degradation of age started, because it went from being 900 down to what I think they say we're supposed to live 70 years, 75 years. That was
Absolutely.
that was the continual decline from our ascension to descension.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah,
declining. Yep. That's true.
yeah.
Exactly. And I think too, because there's a lot of energy. Someone had pointed out to me, and I remember it kind of orbiting us a couple of years back, but I think we're being assisted by a second moon right now that's actually like super small. But the reason why they're spraying a lot of the chemtrails and things like that to cover the sky is to reflect that second moon energy. Moon energy is good
Moon energy.
manifesting energy.
It is.
And if
It
we
really
have
is.
duplicate, we have times two moon energy, that means we can manifest at such a significant rate,
Yeah.
if we were privy to it. So I think that's another thing that's important, that now that we got this downtime, we know this second moon is in place. We can
Yep.
really take advantage of these energies and really hone in on what we're supposed to be doing, because now we're moving into a swifter energy that's actually ready to catapult us into new cycles. Because a lot of the old cycles have ended
Oh
and
yeah.
people are ready
Oh
for the
yeah.
new. You can feel it. It's
Yeah.
invigorating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Willie, give us some insight. Remember what we were talking about too, to what she was saying. Hey, Skylar.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. You're fine.
You
Yeah.
popping
No,
out,
what were we
popping back
talking
in.
about? Because I wasn't even aware of the
The
smaller moon
second
that she was
moon.
speaking about.
It's
Yeah.
a
So, but
I feel like the mothership has arrived. I
baby.
don't.
You better
You
not.
guys might not have been from my era, but I used to live the P Funk.
Okay, you
yeah,
right,
All that stuff they was talking back then, I just wasn't. Hey, I was
baby.
just focusing on partying, drinking, and all that kind of stuff. I listen to it now. I'm like, oh, okay, they really had a
Yeah,
message in that
they
music
was
about
on to something.
they were connected to a higher power, and they was looking
yeah,
crazy, acting crazy, or whatever. And I feel like that was to throw certain entities off, so they didn't catch
Yeah,
on to what the real message was. You
because
wouldn't.
that was
mm,
that was the thing that came up when you're talking about these artists. So two artists that popped up talking about this second moon, Prince, and I think it was Michael Jackson.
Prince,
Michael Jackson wrote
definitely.
a song about it, calling it Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Dirty
yeah.
Diana is that second moon. It ain't got nothing to do with a female.
Yeah, you
It
got to
got
read
something to do with
between
the
the
energy.
lines.
Okay.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Got to read between the lines. I mean, Prince got a lot of hidden messages in his music that I listen to when I it's a shame that they got taken away like that
Under
because
the
they
cherry
don't
moon.
they don't want the
Yeah.
they don't want the messengers, you know. Not if it has anything to do with them, it'll mess up their little plans, you know.
But their
Yeah.
plans are already foiled. And I think that's the reason why
I think so
they're
too.
doing what they're doing. And what they're doing is trying to escalate the energy of fear. So when you invoke something like a coronavirus, because your
Oh
old
yeah.
paradigm is tore down, now you have to create that energy in order to sustain your old paradigm. So you create a fear-based mentality. When
Right.
you use
Yeah.
that energy of fear, then you're able to extract that energy to keep your old system operating. Kind of like that little crazy movie they had for our kids. It was a Scream University where they was going in the kids' closets and they was collecting the screams in order to run their own city. But they were
Yeah.
using the trauma of children to basically run their whole city. And that's
Right.
Mm.
basically how our society works today. It's a fear-based
Fear based,
mentality to keep
like
things in
Wizard of
place.
Oz. You know, Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
same thing. I
It
don't know if
is.
you watched that Jim Carrey movie. What was that movie called? He was they were filming him since he was a child. This looked like her internet keeps going in and out or something.
Yeah.
What was
Hmm.
that movie called? But I think you know what I'm talking about. It seemed like the same thing. It's like the world is like a big stage, and they're just staging everything, all
Everything.
events, keeping people in fear,
Yeah.
and everybody is walking around. They're human, but they acted like robots.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Mm.
The Truman Show. That's what it was called.
Yeah, I
Truman
remember that
Show.
show.
Remember that?
Hmm.
Same thing.
Okay.
Like
Everything
Wizard
was
of Oz.
like a stage. It was
Like a
staged.
stage. Yeah, everything was staged, and he was the only one that was woke, and he got away.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
awesome. One person woke out of all that. He got away.
Mm.
How you doing there, SKYLA? Can you?
My
She all right?
You
my
all right, boo?
connection is not the best right now.
Okay. I know mine keep acting up on my phone, but the house is fine.
Mm.
Yeah, that's another thing. This they're infecting this. I think they're trying to get everybody to be on this. What you feel about the 5G, Willie?
The
Oh,
what?
The
The
5G.
5G?
you see
I'm
me?
not familiar with that. I don't know, but I like what she was saying about the coronavirus and the fear. Like, I understand. She making a face,
Yeah,
but
because
I
I'm talking
understand about the fear factor. But at the same time, the coronavirus, it's a catch-22 because
Yeah, it
it's
is.
really not as serious as what people will want to believe it is. But at the same time, you have to take it serious because of it does affect a certain group, like elderly and people who have pre-existing illnesses. It affects them. So what happens is
Yes.
we that are healthy have to be careful who we come in contact with because we have elders that we love and want to be around, and this
Yeah.
virus could affect them in a bad way. So even though it's not as strong as what they presume it to be, but it still can affect some of our family members in a bad way. So the awareness is very important too. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
have to be aware of who we go around
Definitely.
and what we do.
exactly.
So
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, because
That's true.
I think when it comes to things like viruses and disease and different stuff like that, a lot of these things, if you go back and you research, it has a patent on it. So somebody created it in a
Yeah.
lab. I
Exactly.
believe that one, because we're indebted to that country, they actually basically own us. And then when you
Yeah.
look at the ethnocentric components of the coronavirus, So the ethnocentric component was people of Asiatic descent.
Mhm.
That's the country that own us. What's the quickest way to wipe out debt? Is
Yeah.
to wipe out the people who you owe.
Right.
Okay?
You're
And they didn't expect
Yep.
it. They didn't expect it to have the far reach that it did. That's the reason why they didn't do anything. So we were wondering, okay, well, why they didn't step in and render aid when they knew how bad it was? Because they wanted it to go to the rate that it did in order to wipe out what it did. And they didn't expect it to have this spillover that it did.
Yeah.
The things that they
Right.
did not think about was, one, every single thing that we got that you looked on the back of it said it was made where? In China. You forgot
China.
about that. Your
Everything.
imports and your exports are coming in from that particular country. So it was some things that I don't think that they thought about before they enacted what they did. And now that's the reason why we have this tremendous fallout
Yeah. Yeah.
all around
Yeah.
the world, because
Their plans are failing
it
because
is
they're trying to push something that
and
is
it's
not of nature. It doesn't
not.
jive with Mother Nature at all, and they're really
Yeah.
trying to push it. You know, I feel like this round is just a test round, and I feel
It
like
is.
they're going to push it to the limit, because really, basically, if you look at the big picture, we're not the ones that's in or shouldn't be this panicky the way it is. We have to
Yeah.
take a look at them. They are the ones panicking over whatever it is that's going on
Mhm.
in the background, and it's the reason why they are pushing this thing. And that's why we need to kind of like really kind of
Step back.
step back and kind of like
Yeah.
woosah, kind of like don't let nobody see you sweat.
Yeah.
Period. Because this is what the reaction is. What they're looking for is a reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they can carry on the next plan after that. It depends on the masses. So we got to kind of like,
Because you need the energy. They can't move
yeah,
forward without the energy. And it has to be a low vibratory energy.
that's right.
Because if everybody take a step back and say, hey, I'm noticing, this systemic thing or this circular thing that y'all always do around elections.
Around election time.
Around election time, all these different things, and it's cyclical. I mean, remember what was it, Y2K? I can remember all the way back to when I was a little girl, and this is something it's a cyclical cycle. It's repetitive. And so when you take that step back, like Simply Love said, and look at things from a hindsight perspective, you understand that, hey, this is programming, and you're not pulled like a puppet anymore in your emotions to what you see happen.
Emotion.
When you step into that place and you start aligning yourself with other people who believe like you believe, we will become unmoved at all.
Definitely.
Like-minded people. Exactly.
That's right.
People. That's very important. And awareness. That's it.
And awareness.
Being aware and being around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I think too, what it actually propagates is we're already in a place of separation. But if I go into a particular place or environment and I got coronavirus on the mind, we already separate, but I'm gonna separate myself from you even more. So that distinction is continuing to grow. I'm sitting at Walmart getting my oil change yesterday, and a little old lady, she was so sweet. I thought she was so cute, and I looked at her and smiled, and she said, "I said,
yeah,"
and I was ready
to go.
Yeah. I'm ready to jump ship because she started going.
Yeah.
So it's just it's again taking that step back, being patient, and getting back to basics. We just got to get back to the
basics. That's my motto. Getting back to the basics. Let's bring it on home. Let's hit the reset button and try to get this thing together. Those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, because it's time, and I just feel like, our ancestors is giving us this for a reason and for a purpose, not for us to panic and show. It's like you said, it's just repetitive. Especially around election time. If you go do your research, which I saw myself, every time election time, and they want you to be in the state of fear to where you be like, oh, we need a savior.
I need a government.
We need the government. We don't need the government. The government needs us. And now's the time for us to figure out, our talents and gifts that we were already born with, that is inside of us, and all become entrepreneurs. And we can just and we could be the government. We're the government, basically.
We are.
We can share and swap stuff. Oh, you have this. Oh, I got this.
Or what
You
we
have
can do is take this so-called government out of our currency. Because when
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
we
we don't need them. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't need
Now,
them. I
everybody's
don't.
looking for. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's what everybody's looking for. Somebody to come in and help and save or whatever it
Looking
may
for
be.
a
But we have to.
save.
We're gonna have to pick this up and do it ourselves. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, we
We're
got
gonna
to
have
put
to.
it. We're gonna have to
Exactly.
stop this codependency uh,
Exactly.
Yeah.
syndrome. That's what we have to stop. And we can't be lazy and lay back on this thing because it's going to affect. We have to be ready. We have to stand firm and together on this. Like minds, like you said, like minds gets us somewhere. Separation gets us nowhere.
Nowhere.
Hmm.
We see that generation after generation after generation. This is
Patience.
now it's time to move up out of it. Now that we see we're in the age of Aquarius now, you know what that's all about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything's aligned. That's why we had all these full moons and all these what they call it, the retrogrades and things like that. It's
Exactly.
wake up, shake up time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's that little tower moment.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time. Hey, judgment call. Can
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
can you not hear me? The words that are coming out of my
No, my
mouth,
mouth.
what I
Yes.
hear my ancestors say.
Yeah. 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 It's definitely time.
That's right.
Uh,
That is so right. And you had started talking about the 5G. That's a real important topic too, because when you think about the implementation of the 5G, what they're going to start doing is they're going to start putting these little green boxes, in front of our houses that's going to contain this 5G internet. But if you think about it, that frequency, those electromagnetic frequencies actually scrambles our DNA. So to have that actually
Right.
sitting in front of your
oh.
house and encompassing a whole
Oh yeah.
entire neighborhood, you think that cancer is on the rise now. Just wait till they put that 5G there. It's actually
Yeah. I get it.
scrambling our DNA to the point of
Right.
like no return. And you got Wi-Fi and you got these wind towers and you got all these electromagnetic frequencies. And we wonder why our diseases and schizophrenia and heart attacks and all of that stuff is through the roof
That's
because
true.
we're bombarded with low vibrate F
Uh,
waves,
yep,
electromagnetic
Yeah.
frequencies that are low, and it's scrambling us on the inside.
that's true. Cooking
Yeah.
us actually,
Yeah,
being cooked
Yeah.
alive.
in the
Eh,
microwave.
yeah, but
And I never thought of that, but
I don't want to be no
uh,
TV dinner.
Uh-uh.
yeah. When you said that about the frequency, and the electric and everything, I thought about the microwave and how the radiation affects us once we eat
yeah,
that food and everything.
that's
It's the same
right.
thing. It's
It's the same
cancer.
thing.
So
Right.
But
yeah,
let me
that's
let
what I
y'all in
thought
on a
about.
little secret though. Melanin is an adaptogen. And
Right.
melanin
Hmm.
can actually take F waves and other frequencies and transmute it into something that's usable.
Right. That's
Mm.
true. Because they say melanin is worth more than gold. So
You
uh
better know it, girl.
no. If that's
Melanin
more
is
than
definitely.
gold, then hey, we worth a lot.
I'm golden. I'm
Yeah.
golden.
What, Skylar, what do you think about the 5G? What you think about it?
I don't know too much about it. I know I had saw a test for iPhones. They have put some type of styrofoam around the phone and it let off some type of energy. I didn't even know how serious that was. Like I remember when I was younger, people would say don't put your cell phone in your bra and stuff like that. And now I see like it's getting a little, but the 5G is supposed to be stronger, right?
It
Supposed
is.
to be stronger, faster, and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm
It's
trying to
just too much.
figure out, it is just too much. They trying to do too much too fast, and I feel like I'm getting a feeling that it's just gonna just fall. It's gonna fall clean in their face. I feel
Yeah.
like it's gonna just backfire. That's what I'm picking up. It's got to backfire. It's gonna take a minute, but it's gonna backfire. But this is like Willie said, and Patience said, we're gonna have to take this time and use it and be serious about it. Not just
Yeah.
playing around and just sitting home eating jujubes and watching TV and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
and all that. It's time to like just get it together. While we had that time before they start to up the ante a little bit more, we got to be on top of. We got to be on top of it. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Health wise, mind, body, and spirit. We have to connect back with our
Yeah.
ancestors and listen to what they have to say because they do
Yeah.
talk. I hear them.
Somebody said, I
I
don't
hear
like
them.
TV dinners. I
They
don't like
what?
TV. I said, somebody
Who?
on the stream said they don't like TV dinners. I don't like
Yeah.
TV dinners either, and I don't want to be one.
I never liked those TV. I mean, I was looking at 'em like, what is this? Look like some processed mashed potatoes.
That
The chicken,
macaroni gotta go.
that chicken wasn't crispy at all. It looked like some glue or something. I don't know. It was horrible. I never did like.
Them
No.
hungry man meals.
Talk about hungry man and all that. A bigger portion and all that kind of stuff. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
I see Melissa put carbon up too, same as the melanin. She wrote
The
carbon.
carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that,
Yeah, same.
that 666 element that everybody keeps seeing, and they keep talking about, oh, that's the devil, it's evil. No, that's actually a
Nah,
carbon.
yeah,
It's a carbon atom.
exactly.
666 is a carbon atom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
protons,
Yeah.
neutrons.
You know what? The best thing to do to really understand what's going on here, all
And
we have to do is
electrons.
take everything that they say is not good and flip it around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to start flipping things. Like me and my cousin was talking
yeah,
about how people feel, like your family members or whatever, people that are judgmental, or sort of just old fashioned and sticking to the old kind of ways of doing things and the way you think. Um, not
yeah.
knocking everything for anybody, when it comes to religion and things like that. Um,
Pre-genetic dispositions. That's basically what that is, right?
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
when you've been taught something, yeah, and you
yeah,
pass it down.
and
Yeah.
you pass it down, and it's like, and it hinders because it seems like to me from a lot of people that I even talk to when they're talking about their career and things or whatever, love, whatever they want to be talking about, they still their mind is still conditioned to what that like they want to people please, like they have to please their parents. And
Yeah,
because I remember, growing up, we always had to do something for the family. I mean, I understand them wanting us to, train us to work and things like that, but it was almost to the point where like we were being slaves. They were writing down things, do this, do that, make up my bed. You know what I'm saying?
They'll tell you,
I gotta make up
don't do
your
what
bed
I
that
do.
you
They say, do what I say I
do.
yeah,
So if that's a condition too that maybe they were conditioned to do, and like Willie was saying, like it's a passed on type of thing, and some way somehow that has to stop because we all have to have a mind of our own. We all have a gift. Everybody has a gift,
yeah. And a
and we're
purpose.
and a purpose. Definitely a gift and a purpose. And if we keep going by tradition and all this stuff, we'll never get anywhere. We'll just keep being at this low vibration, always trying to please other people because what we were conditioned to do that
Exactly.
in our
That's what I'm
Yeah,
working on
lifestyle.
now. Like, I went to two colleges, one for business, one for communication, and it was just really just I felt like it'd be the safer thing to just go by tradition, but that's not what I want to do.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm a
because sometimes,
creator.
And
right,
at the end, you felt miserable and in debt behind something that made you unfulfilled. And I think that's another thing that they do. Somebody had said that the way that we hold on to tradition makes the new generations come out swinging. And they do because they have every time a new generation comes along, they have a whole new world and a whole new paradigm that they're dealing with. So try to use the old cookie cutter approach that worked 20, 30 years ago is not going to fundamentally work
not
because
gonna
it does.
Their life is different.
Exactly.
it's
That's the
not gonna
reason
cut
why
it anymore. It's not gonna cut it.
the so-called millennials, they rebel against a lot of the old stuff because it just doesn't work. They're like, no, that's a little outdated for where I'm at today.
Right. And I feel like sometimes like uh and like I said, I'm not knocking, the parents and things like that because they did what they were conditioned to do. So,
Yeah.
and no better. They didn't have technology like we have now to do research and things like we're doing now. We're finding out
True.
a lot of stuff through this modern technology and everything. So, like I said, we had to. Dang, I forgot what I was going to say. Somebody else say something.
Yeah.
I was reading the comments because it's quite a few people mentioning a few different things. So I was
Okay, you want to elaborate
reading.
or get me to pull it up on here, or you want to say something to them? You could go ahead and say something that you want to say,
I
or
don't even
answer
know
any
how to get
questions.
back to the.
Can you
I
scroll up
seen
and
a previous. Let me see if I can scroll
What
up a
was
little
it?
bit. But now I done lost it, and I don't.
anybody have any questions? Go ahead and put the questions up there. We had a couple of moderators. Maybe they left. Maybe I don't know to keep up with that. If we had some questions, but y'all go ahead and if you have some questions, and we'll keep a lookout on who have some questions, or if you
Linda,
have
I think it was Linda. Oh,
Linda
the
McQueen or
she
something.
spoke.
And Linda is a Lulu. No, you said Linda.
No, it was
Okay.
Linda. She spoke on no sugars and
Oh, starches.
no carbs, no starches. Yeah.
Yeah, she said we have to
Oh,
cut,
she's still there.
yeah, all the sugars and the starches. That is true because
Yeah, that's
that's just sugar, and it's the complex carbohydrates that really mess us
yeah,
up because our body has to work too hard to break it down. But when you think about, like, getting back to
exactly.
the basics, when you think about plant sugars are not created equal because it's already simple. Your body don't have to work to try to digest that because it's
Yeah,
already in its simplest form. So yeah, we have to cut all that. And then with a lot of
all
the
of it.
starches, when you go to the starches, we got a lot of the nightshade plants that we have, like some of the carrots. A lot of those are hybrids. So some of those starches you do
Yeah,
need to stay away from.
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
the
But that's
white,
it. It's
the rice, white rice, white potatoes, white, all that stuff is starchy
sugars also. It turn the acid in your
sugar.
bloodstream. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for
you
sure it
really don't
does.
need that.
That's
So
true. That's true. Anybody got any
definitely
questions out there?
Somebody said
Go
that
ahead,
as
Willie.
soon as the 5G come out, we're gonna start suffering from tinnitus.
Really?
That's what it
Tinnitus.
said. Yeah, it's basically the ringing in the ear.
oh,
I
Linda, it
have.
doesn't just cut. It doesn't trigger. It doesn't just triggers the sugars. It feeds the sugars. It does it. You're right. It triggers and it feeds the sugars. The cancers. I'm sorry. She said cut the sugars. It triggers all cancers. It
Hmm.
does, and it feeds cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not even
yeah,
even the stuff that they say what they call that, it has something in it too, that a substitute sugar. That's not good either.
Oh, that
forget what it is.
That's some sort of man-made stuff or something. That's not
mm-hmm.
Stevia or
good.
something.
Oh, like that
Stevia.
Splenda.
Yeah, Splenda,
Yes, man.
stevia.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because sugar causes oxidation. So
Yep.
yeah, it's
What
important
do
that
you
we start finding out what's good for us and what's not, and
and
start.
what's
You
not?
know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because
Taking on.
yeah, people go shopping, right? And I remember I used to go shopping, just pick up things. I never did read the labels or anything. And then when I heard someone on YouTube talking about, you have to look at the labels, and you'll see and look it up and see what it is. And I done that. I went to the store,
Mm-hmm.
got something. Those words we don't. What is this? What is this supposed to be? Being
Yeah,
more aware.
exactly.
You look it up, it's like they telling you they putting in lead or all type of stuff.
Yeah, like
Yellow number color
Yeah,
5.
like
Yeah,
red
yeah,
they use this silly name that don't make no sense, and they like, oh, people ain't gonna pay that no attention. And
Yeah.
and then when you
and
look
they
it up, you come
usually
to
don't.
find out it's some kind of poison they put. It's
Yeah.
poisonous,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
like
It
red
really
lake
is.
40 dye. It's cannabine beetle blood,
Yeah.
and that was actually a big thing in California. It was on a poll. They were trying to vote for the labels to be more direct, but they didn't end up winning. But that was a
Yeah,
big thing.
because it would expose exactly what it is that people that's not paying attention,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know, it would expose them. So of course they, you know, they're gonna gang up on people that try to do the right. I mean, look how many holistic doctors and stuff has been killed. And
Right.
I'm saying killed because at such a rate like that, and as many as it was, and it's just awful funny. It was holistic,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
trying to get people to, you know,
Yeah.
plant based, and then all of a sudden they off the planet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Big pharma is definitely worth trillions.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
I
yes.
don't let
The
nobody get in
same
the way.
way with Kobe, that
Oh
Black
yeah,
Mamba thing, that
yeah.
Oh yeah,
pharmaceutical
his name.
company.
Yeah, she right.
What do you think about that
He
though?
he was actually fighting a lawsuit against the pharmaceutical company named
See,
Big
you can't be
Black Mama.
you can't be messing with them pharmaceuticals. They
Hmm.
making too much money. You can't step on that ground right there. And that's probably why he's gone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be doing that, stepping on the pharmaceutical. I'm talking about drug dealers. Oh my gosh, they the biggest drug dealers ever.
Right.
I mean, how drugs getting over here? We don't have no ships and planes and things like that. You mean to tell me they just slipping it in? Nobody's checking nothing. But as soon as you go to the airport, they, you know, darn near make you get naked.
Exactly. So Melvin Eckhart said, "What can we do spiritually to protect ourselves from this type of attack? And is there a spiritual solution as well?"
Hmm.
Cousin Willie, I'll let you have the floor on that.
Oh, that's a deep one. What can we do spiritually to protect ourselves from this type of attack? Actually, what I said before is just first of all, be aware, be conscious of it. You know, so because some people aren't even acknowledging it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And and is there a spiritual solution as well? Yeah, there's a spiritual. Well, there's a spiritual solution. It's get back to self. You know,
Yep.
get back to
That's it
self.
right there. Yep.
Strengthen your immune system. You know, and I don't know. Just take this with a grain, not even with a grain of salt, more than a grain of salt, but be conscious of what's going on because actually 5 months ago they were talking about in New Jersey making it demanding that everyone take the vaccine.
Mm.
You know, they were
Hmm.
passing a law back in I think November or December that everyone in New Jersey had to take the vaccine.
Hmm.
So everyone went to protested. So they postponed it to January, which they didn't bring the law back up. And now all of a sudden in March, now there's a virus that they're trying to create a vaccine for. It all seems a little weird, but you just
Yeah.
got to be conscious of everything that's going on, even if you have to go back to something that didn't resonate well with you. So like that happening in November, and now this is happening now to where people are going to be asking for the vaccine. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah, they're gonna
So
be. Yeah. Yeah.
they created a
It's
solution
almost
to
like a
their own
genocide.
problem.
Yeah, it's almost like a genocide they trying to create here. Like,
Mm.
okay, it's not our fault, it's your fault. You the one accepted this
Yeah,
vaccine. That's what it seems like to
exactly.
me. Almost like a
Yeah,
genocide, you know, forcing, you know, fear, putting the fear in, and then people. That's why you said, you know, you have to kind of calm down. You know,
hmm,
once you calm down, your spirit will speak to your soul and tell you and direct you and help you if you just let it be. Just sometimes just sit
exactly,
down to yourself, take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and
Yeah.
and turn them televisions off. By God, don't
exactly.
listen to this stuff every day. It's out there, you know about it, but now it's time for you to home in and
Yeah,
connect with your spirit guides, and that just takes time alone. It takes a little bit of meditation, and like cousin Willie said, you know, it's within you, but
yeah,
you have to
exactly.
connect that with yourself. Leave the
Yeah.
Yeah,
world, and their problems aside for a moment and just connect back with yourself. And
Yeah.
now's a good time to do it because they shutting things down. Now's the time to do
Yeah.
it before
That's
they
the
go to
perfect time.
plan
I'll
B,
be
C, and
I'll be
D
right
because
back.
they think ahead, and we got to learn
Yeah.
to think ahead as
Yeah.
well. What do you
Yeah.
think about that, Skyla?
I've actually been working on that. Honestly, I've stopped watching TV for about almost a year now.
Mm-hmm.
I just watch things that'll help me better myself, like on YouTube. But that's what
Yeah.
I'm like working on, because it's just you let other people's influences like affect your mind, and it really can in a negative way.
Yep.
And I was just doing a video on that. Like, the best way for me to get connected to my higher self is to just be by myself for a minute. And it's hard to do because I have a lot of friends and then family that constantly want my time, and I'm just like, I just need some me time, just go in a
Right.
hermit mode.
Right.
But that's what I'm
Everybody.
working on. I'm trying to see messages. I'm trying to get my messages from my higher self and my
Yeah.
ancestors and God and things like that.
Yeah, it does take hermit, and sometimes all you have to do is just explain to these people if you feel like you're being pulled and tugged in different directions. You can just sit down and just let them know, say, I love you, I care about you, but at this present moment, I'm just trying to pull myself together. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to shun anybody off, but I just need this time to myself. I know
Yeah.
I had to do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
because being tugged and pulled different direction, you lose yourself. You
Hmm.
lose yourself, and then when you get to yourself, you're like, oh my God, you come into like a panic state because you're used to being, pulled around all over the place. So
Yeah.
just do it respectfully and let them know, you don't have to say yes all the time, not if it's going to hinder you from losing yourself. And it doesn't matter what it is, relationships, work, anything. If you're
Mhm.
being tugged and pulled a lot into, and dependent upon for other people, dependent on you, then that's when you got to pull back
Yeah.
the reins, because
Sure. 'Cause
people have to save themselves. You can get advice, but you can't tell them what to do. You
Yeah.
know, don't let nobody tug on you to the point where they just codependent. A matter of fact, I have out of a few readings I did, I have like a couple of people that just calls me over and over and over, and I had to break that cycle. I did it in a nice, respectful way, but I'm like, you know what? I look, I make cards, all that kind of affirmation cards. I try my best, go on and you look. I put a meditation on my channel, and I tell them about all this stuff. They get all this stuff, and they still want to be codependent, and that's somebody who needs psychological help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it gets that deep to where somebody just like constantly depending on you, holding on to you for dear life, and you giving them all this, you can't give them all your energy. You can't do that because they can put you right in the same spot that they're in.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
thin
the
line
truth.
between love and hate, a thin
Mm.
line,
Mm.
and you have to kind of like draw that line, know when you've had enough, and then sit back and go in hermit mode.
Mm.
Let them know I can't do it this time, or I just need some time to myself, respectfully, and then go from there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. No
Yes,
problem.
honey. Them healthy boundaries.
Yes. Got to. I used to be like that. I tell you, I used to be
I'd
like
like to
that,
hear
so
that
I know.
this
Huh?
this question that the charity cake asked the
Okay.
question: is it harder for intuitive spiritual readers to have or maintain love in their lives? I'd like to know that answer too.
Hmm.
Is it okay? Is it harder for intuitive spiritual readers to have or maintain love in their lives?
Mm-mm.
Um, the thing with that is you have to if you're spiritually in tune with spirit, what's going to happen is your vibration is going to vibrate somebody that is in tune with spirit as well, especially like you said, with intuitive light workers, things like that, card readers and things like that, because a lot of people, like I said, is not it's acceptance of that type of stuff. It's
Yeah.
coming more popular now because people are getting messages and they're actually happening, because I get feedback on that. But when it comes, um, we have to sacrifice. I can tell you that much. We have to sacrifice. We can't just take anybody in our lives. We can't do that because if it's the wrong person, if we can't wait for spirit to give us what we need and we jump out there and try to just get it, well, it's going to bring our vibration down and it's going to be harder for us to
Exactly.
connect to spirit. You see what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
sacrifice that you have to make. And I made the sacrifice because I feel like this is what I was guided to do. With someone or without them, I'm going to do this. That's the mental state that you have to have if you're doing something that truly comes from the heart and that truly that you love to do. You're going to have to sacrifice, and
Yeah.
through that
And then that,
sacrifice is where you get your blessings.
yeah. And
You
she'll
will
she'll
get
attract that
right.
because she'll attract that. We attract what we are, not what we want.
That's
So
right.
if if
That's right.
if she's what she's saying she is, then she'll attract that. Because once you get into a relationship with somebody, it's real hard if you're not
Yep.
if you're not
Mm.
if you're not aligned. You know what I mean?
That's right.
If you're not
That's
balanced,
right.
because you'll want someone to live to be on your frequency, and they're just not
Yeah.
there at that moment. You know what I'm
That's what
Right.
I was
saying?
gonna
So
ask about. Like, how is that? Like, being spiritually woke and then dating someone who doesn't really have that same information you have and the same views. Like, is that even valid? It's like you can probably still love them in a different way, but it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a good
I
choice.
think I think it's, well, if I don't suggest it if you're not already in a relationship, but if you are, then it's just the, if you're in a relationship and you two love each other and everything, then you can work whatever out. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
it has to be love on both sides. But I see what you're saying. It could be really hard when you're vibrating in a certain way. You're on a certain frequency, and then someone else is just at a low frequency, and you're
Yeah.
trying to pull them, and you can't because
Then
people
they say
become
you
aware when
control
they
it.
become aware.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's really like being controlling. Everybody, you know what I mean, have to
That's
understand
right.
self and be who they are. So
Yeah.
you can't, and
For one,
you shouldn't want to control someone.
exactly.
But
That's what I
yeah,
was getting ready to say. Like, if you get to the point to where you feel like you have to control somebody, then you know what? We have emotions, we have and we have a brain. Okay, so
yeah,
those two have to be connected together, and that's being connected to a higher self, your higher
Yeah.
consciousness.
yeah,
Now, when you're out of your higher consciousness, you notice because your emotions tell you, and then it computes to the brain. See, whatever you feeling, it's like whether it's a good feeling or whether it's a bad feeling, it's going to hit here and then it's going to go up here, signaling you. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that's
yeah,
what they call intuition. You have to learn
yeah,
to listen to your own intuition, not everybody else's opinions or
Mm-hmm.
judgments or anything. You have your own, everybody has their own built in intuition to give you
yeah,
warnings, signs, signals, all this type of stuff. Nothing happens for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
especially
yeah,
if it's the way you feel inside yourself. You have to listen. You have to learn to love you. You have to put that love on yourself first. And once you put that love on yourself first, as Willie told us earlier, it's gonna come. You're gonna
Back.
vibe that.
yeah,
It's gonna vibe to
yeah,
you. Anything you put
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
out in the universe is what you're
Comes
vibing back
back.
to you. That's
yeah.
why we have to
Exactly.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You're right. You receive what you are, not what, you know what I mean, what you want, and that's what
Yep.
it is. But
No,
yeah,
that's
it
good.
is. It's hard though.
Yep. It is hard. It really is. But like I said, if you could just like look at yourself and like take that time out for yourself and then you take yourself, do the things that you would want somebody to do with you. Say if you want to go to the movies, okay, you don't have a partner. Take yourself to the movies anyway by
Okay.
yourself. All right. Say that you want to whatever it may be that you would want to do with a partner, do that for yourself first. And then next thing
Mm-hmm.
you know, you look over there, you got somebody that you done manifested
Attractive.
in your life, through the
Yeah.
universe, or you treating the way you treat yourself. You done looked over and there's that partner that you desire, that you both can click, equally yoked. And I'm not saying
Exactly.
it's going to be perfect, because no relationship's perfect. I'm
Mm-mm.
telling you now, you're going to have your ups and downs, but I feel like if you vibe mostly on the same vibe, you got a chance.
Yeah.
But if it's
Yeah.
too much conflict and too much, things like that going on, just keep it moving until
Yeah.
you feel the right one is for you.
Yeah.
Or if you're working on yourself,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And then you'll attract, like I just said a minute ago, you'll attract, but you have to work on self. You can't be concerned about your mate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the most important thing is your purpose anyway. It's
Yeah.
not
Right. That's right.
it's
It's
not
just
their
not.
purpose.
That's right. It's okay to have relationship, and you know what? I feel like everybody's going to have what they want if they get out of their own
Own
way.
way. Yeah.
And
You
that's
better
basically
say
Hmm.
what
that.
Willie is saying here. It's like you got to get out of your own way and just let fate take its course, because I feel like we're all here for the purpose, for the reason, and it's not all just about love. All
No.
that's
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
happen, it's all going to happen in time, but we can't force it.
Yeah.
See, we living under this man time, looking at clocks and things like that. But when you talking spiritually, they're not riding on clock. They're
Mm-mm.
not going like this. Oh, December 25th, 2022, this is going to happen. No, it's going to happen in divine timing, in your timing. And then that's when the
Yeah.
self control comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and patience and
Hmm.
courage. You don't have to do what you see everybody else doing, because that's microwave love. It's
Yeah.
there for a moment and then it's
And then
gone
it
the
comes.
next. You don't want to live
Yeah.
that type of life, really. Be patient with yourself. Take time for yourself and it will come. And
Yeah.
also work on your purpose too, because it's more than just, and make sure they have a purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you both encourage each other's purpose and live your lives. You're going to be apart. You ain't going to be stuck with somebody like glue. That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
codependency.
Mm.
You got to come together, give each other that love and courage, that, and what they call it, like and encourage one another on each other's whatever's journey you
Yeah.
both are on when you come together. And then when you're apart, they doing their thing, you doing your thing. And you come
Mm-hmm.
back
Yeah.
together and it's like it's mutual. But if you
Yeah.
going out there, you have a purpose, something that you love, and that they trying to stop you, that's a problem. That's a
Yeah.
problem. That's a red flag on the play right there.
Hmm.
Don't let nobody lure you away from your journey, because that's a sign to me of a jealousy or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't want to come back here no more.
I don't want to come
Hmm.
back here no
I'm
more.
gonna do that work.
Tina Marie said, "I ain't coming back. I was a gazelle, really?
I ain't coming back here no more.
Hmm.
Was I a horse in my? Was I? What was that talking horse thing? Gosh darn it, I hope I wasn't a chicken, because the way they cutting up chicken nowadays, you know what I'm saying? They cutting up
Hmm.
chicken like they ain't no tomorrow, girl. They big and fat and carrying on. They going crazy.
Oh
They
my
doing a
god.
Medea. They doing a Medea for the chicken, just running up the place with their cars. Mm. Oh,
Yeah. Andrew having the ball.
mm.
But
Any
I'll
yeah.
be
questions?
right back, guys. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right.
But yeah, that is it in a nutshell.
Hey, she's digging in there with the questions too. I'm not even paying it no attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm paying it down to see what other
Okay.
questions you got coming
Thank you.
in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was reading them too, a few.
Thank you, guys. And you can just go ahead and jump on in there if you see something, you know.
I think somebody had said while I was scrolling, I don't remember the name of the person, but she said something about the toothpaste making her sick and queasy. Are you still using regular toothpaste? or fluoride free?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah.
use. I don't use.
No. It was somebody in the
Oh,
chat
okay.
that asked the question about the toothpaste, and she kept saying that the toothpaste was making her sick. So if you're still using toothpaste that's got fluoride in it, it's probably the fluoride. So either get the fluoride free or just use baking soda and some
Baking
coconut oil.
soda. Yep, yep, exactly. I was getting
Mhm.
ready to say that. They have some, if you go to the health food stores and stuff, or some kind of health store, they have some toothpaste. I got something that's called, I think it's Gleam or Zine, something like that. But all it has in it is natural. It doesn't have no fluoride in it, nothing like that. It's
Yeah.
Exactly.
natural. Yeah. It's
I
got
know.
baking soda, something else in there I saw. But no, I don't get none of that fluoride stuff. And if sometimes I just use sea salt sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sea salt, water, brush my teeth with that. But I don't
I think it's two
really.
Arm and Hammer. They have a toothpaste that's fluoride free, just made out of baking soda too.
Mm.
Yep. But the safe
Yeah.
thing is baking soda. You know,
Yeah.
safe thing. That baking soda does a lot, even for your stomach. Like if you have stomach aches, things like that, they're using baking soda to clean things. It's a multi
Mm.
uh thing that people use it for. So
Yeah,
baking
because
soda,
this it's an alkaline substance. That's
yeah,
why.
the alkaline. Yes. You got any
Oh
questions, Jim?
man, it triggered anxiety.
While we have a little time, Willie, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself again for people that came in a little late. Tell them if you want to
Okay.
again about what's your product. Again, I'll be having that you guys listed in the description, and then patients, you can take the floor and tell them about you and what your desires and things like that are, and
Okay.
your website or your all your information. Go ahead, Willie.
Okay. My product is Green Plant Life. Like I said before, my name is Will Brown. My product is Green Plant Life. Um, it's a herbal drink. It's all natural. Yeah, she's got it up there. There you go. It's all natural herbal drink. It consists of about 6 different herbs. It helps with a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's got ingredients in there that helps with your blood pressure. Your it's an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. It does a
Hmm.
lot. It helps with your thyroid, and it's also an appetite suppressant. So
Oh,
you know
definitely. It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
it gets a
And
lot.
go
Gets rid
ahead.
of a lot of the acidity that's in your body from the foods that we consume also. So that's what causes a lot of our ailments, that acid that's in our bloodstream, that acid that's in our organs, you know what I mean, that creates the mucus. So
Oh
we want to
yeah.
get rid of that and start eating a little bit more consciously, and we'll live a longer life. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's right, cuz
So
that's what it's
we
about.
have to relearn a lot of things, and eating is one of them, because a
Right.
diet it doesn't work. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's
If you have
right.
to take a break for something, then it's obviously not good for you. So
Exactly.
you shouldn't have to take a no, you shouldn't have to take a break from food. You should change your eating
Change your
habits.
Yeah.
eating habits. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it right
There's no
there.
such thing as a diet.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
we've got it in the capsule form also,
Mhm.
and so got Instagram page, Green Plant Life hashtag, and my Facebook page is Willie Brown, and you can contact me through Messenger or Instagram, or I forgot it. Also have an email address, um, Green Plant Life at Green Plant Life 59 at gmail.com. Yeah.
And I'll have all that
So
down, you guys, listed below in the description for you, okay? So you can find
yeah,
all
but
that.
And
at the
somebody
end of the
asked,
day,
Willie, they asked, do you hand make it?
yeah, I do.
I tell you
Um,
guys what, since I've been taking this, I'm telling you one thing. I have not been taking any kind of pain pills, no nothing. I had severe neck pain. And since I've been taking this, No more pain. I feel, like I said, I feel like a kid inside. I feel like
Yeah.
whatever was missing in my body, this is whatever this in here is working. It's
Yeah.
replacing it and it's replenishing me. And people
Yeah.
talking about my
Exactly.
skin has
Yeah.
changed and brightened up and things like that. No, I don't wear no bunch of makeup. I wear eyeliner and because I'm old school like that. I don't do
Yeah.
that eyebrow like where like they like this, and I don't do all that stuff. I'm sorry, I just don't. It looks ridiculous. I'm sorry, I don't. But because I'm old school. But this
Yeah.
product you try it. Willie, you do ship it too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do. If you inbox me or whatever, I'll get right back to you. But it's definitely a great product,
It
and we
is.
definitely need it. Whether it's the green plant or whether it's
Definitely.
just you just choose to eat healthy and
Yep.
do what you
'Cause
need to do to live a longer life. Because the most important thing is to be here longer, so then we can have time to spend with the kids, grandkids, and give them more information. You know what I mean? We
exactly.
are too
Definitely.
Yep.
young, can't
Yep.
pass on the information that they need.
Yep.
So, eat healthier, live longer, and
Yeah.
be more beneficial to your loved ones.
Right.
So yeah,
And I've
that's
heard some
important.
people. It is. And I've heard some people say, "Oh, we're gonna die. Might as well die of something." Look, let me tell you this here. You don't want to be sitting on no bed, you know what I'm saying, calling the nurses because they ain't coming. Okay? They not coming. They waiting for you to
Mhm.
get the heck up out of here. And you're gonna be in a
Yeah,
lot of pain. So, it's time to get right. So when you do go, you go peacefully and
Yeah.
painlessly. That's
Yeah.
all I'm
and
saying.
later,
Yeah.
and
I,
and go
And
later.
later,
It's
and
Yeah.
later.
all going too soon.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
all
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
guys. I had a nice time with you guys. Next time, I will definitely be on my better behavior. But I
You're
appreciate.
fine. What you talking about? Well, do
I
you
appreciate everything
you
that
have
you guys.
anything you want to tell the people before you go, far as anything you experienced,
What I'm
the
learning right
reading that
now.
you got, things like
Yeah.
that? What do you feel about? And
Yeah, I think for me, I'm supposed to be an entertainer, and I've just been
yeah,
on this road of just knowing who I am and knowing my power. I feel like a lot of ways society doesn't want you to feel powerful.
right.
The people, what I'm saying, who might be in your social circle don't want you to feel that way. Stand in your power, know who you are, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
working on.
Yeah.
Continue to
yeah,
love
Good,
myself.
good. You can do it. You can do it.
Done, boo. It's done. It's done.
Yep.
For
It's
real.
done. Put it out in the universe. It's done.
that's all.
Okay.
Speak it.
Yep.
That's
And
the
don't
only
let
way you're gonna
nobody
manifest it.
discourage you. That's
Mm,
it. That's it. You
Definitely.
have
no.
to, like you said, stay on that high vibration. There'll be high vibrational people coming around. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors see everything, and they're going to send people, even if they have to go through somebody to speak to you for confirmation. Remember, we talked
Yeah,
about all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you got to stay strong within yourself. Think of self first,
yeah,
and everything else will follow.
I appreciate it.
yeah.
No problem,
That's
sweetheart.
all.
Yes,
Just
Thank
I
amazing.
thank you guys. It was an honor being here. Simply Love. I have so much
thank
respect for
you.
you. I've been watching you since 2016.
No. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, I
I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
that. I love all my subscribers and onlookers, everybody. But it takes a hard pill to swallow when I'm talking and through spirit, because I just put it out there. I just say what they tell me to say. I'm just a messenger. I'm nobody different or special than anyone else. But
yeah,
when you have to be able to take the truth, or
Yeah.
when you see me, y'all know that. And I know
Yeah.
it's a hard pill to
yeah,
swallow, because I had
100% real.
yeah, exactly. And I can't do it no other way. I'm not on here to be fake and
yeah,
phony and looking for money. I'm set. I'm not worried about all that.
Yeah.
This is coming
yeah,
from the
yeah,
heart. And it's going to take people to that isn't connected. I hear a lot of people that I do talk to are basically they connect with me very
Yeah.
well. and it has to be that real thing because I can't do the fake stuff. You know, I'm
Yeah.
60 years old when I look going around acting, you know, hey, okay, I'll tell you anything you want to hear if you give me $100.
You
I
said
don't need $100.
you how old?
Right. That's what I
I'm
said when she
60.
told me.
Girl, see now you lying.
No,
You
I
lying.
just turned 60 in
Yeah,
January.
I'm gonna need that powder. I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need that supplement. Will.
I think it's in the brown genes. We all are older and we look so much younger than our age. So I think that's something passed on
Oh
in the
yeah.
family.
I didn't
Yeah.
even hear what she was saying. She was talking she was talking a little low.
Who? SKYLA?
Yeah.
Tell her what
I'm
you said.
sorry. I was basically saying I'm gonna need to holler at you for that supplement for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll
Yeah.
definitely be hitting
But
you up. But I just want to thank you guys. It's been an
Thank you,
honor.
SKYLA, for coming on. I appreciate
No
it. I
problem.
appreciate your time and everything. I do.
No problem.
And I hope to see you back again.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say we got to do this again. We have to.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to. I'm down. You said once a week you'll be doing this.
Hopefully once a week. If I can keep up with it, nevertheless, maybe twice a week. Something like that.
Okay. Well, hit me up anytime. I'm definitely down.
Okay. I'll do
Definitely.
that. I'll
And with
do
this
that.
virus going on, I got a vacation, so I
Okay.
definitely definitely will be here.
Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself and,
I did.
see how it is and uh be talking to you soon. I'll send you
Definitely.
Willie's information as well,
Definitely.
That way you
Thank
don't
you.
have to go to the video and watch it, but it'll be in the description field as well once we get done.
I appreciate it. All right,
Okay,
guys.
thank
Talk
you
to you
for
later.
being here. Talk to you
okay.
No
later,
problem.
Skylar. Love you,
Okay.
girl.
Love you
All right.
too.
All
Take it
All
right.
easy,
right.
Skylar.
Appreciate you, Will. All
All
right.
right, you
All
too.
right.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Anybody else out there have
Hmm.
any questions or
Johanna said that
hey?
you 60 looking 25. I agree, Johanna.
Ooh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, honey, you well kept. You're well kept.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, you
Yeah.
see my family, my Brown family. There's one of them, Willie Brown. That's my cousin, you guys, my first cousin. And
Yeah, it is.
it kind of runs in the family. If you can see, they have grandchildren or great
Okay.
grandchildren, and they looking like you know what I'm saying? Like,
So now I
still
have
Yeah.
a question.
little kids themselves.
So
Hmm.
how old are you, Willie?
How old am I?
Yeah.
53. I'll be 54 this month.
Are you serious?
Can you
Yeah.
believe that? Can you
Y'all
believe
got
that?
some good. Where y'all buy them jeans from? I need to go get me.
Yeah.
Let me go get me some.
54. 54 next week.
Don't try to
Appreciate it
jab
though.
us. Don't try to jab us with that. You look good too. What you talking
Y'all
about?
gotta be
Thank
talking about
you.
where'd you get them jeans? Did you buy them from J.C. Penney? Because I need to go get me some.
Oh wow. Tell them how long you've been married, Willie.
Since 2004, 16 years. Yeah. It'll be 16 years in November. Yeah.
So he got some truth for you though about relationships. Has anybody got anything to say about relationships or questions regarding a
Yeah.
relationship?
Yeah. But I'm sitting here reading the comments right now. Simply love.
Okay, yeah, we all looking at them. They just flying up. I can't see. Y'all know I can't see. So I appreciate y'all looking at them.
They said wonderful information.
Yeah. Been taking green plans since day one. Speak on some of the benefits before men, Mr. Eckert. He said, I've been taking green plant since day one. Speak on some of the benefits for men. Some of the benefits for men, besides what I mentioned, um, well, like I said, it takes a lot of it takes the acidity out of the bloodstream. And it helps men as far as stamina is concerned also, so we could get there too. Um, yeah, it definitely helps. And I've got a lot of customers who are who may be a little bit younger who may need a little bit of help because of the acidity that's in their system. And
Yeah,
you know,
slowing it
and not
down.
in too much of a hurry to change their diet, so they need something to get rid of the acidity. So they use my herbs to get rid of the acidity. So then, you know, their stamina is there, even when you're working out, or you know what I'm saying. It gives you energy during the day also, and
Woo! Does it give you some energy?
yeah, it gives you energy. So it's
It does.
it's definitely beneficial to everyone.
Yes, it is. And
Yeah,
like he said as well, then you put the effort in and change your diet slowly but surely. Just change your diet. Meats
because
would
yeah,
be the main thing that you want to really kind of just wean away from is those meats.
Mm-hmm.
We're,
yeah,
we're, we're, we're not animals. We're vegetarians. We're of the earth. We're veggies.
yeah,
We're veggie people. That's what belongs in our body. Plant-based food, not animal.
yeah,
Animals,
exactly.
animals eat animals. Okay.
True. We don't have fangs and we don't have claws.
Yeah, and we're on a diet now. Actually, whether the majority know it or not, the masses know it or not, we're on a diet because we're eating the meats and everything. Because that's not our natural habitat.
Right. That's
That's
what's
not our.
breaking down. That's what's breaking down the system. Our
Yeah, because
system.
Yeah,
we got
exactly.
that long winding digestive system, which is for long transit. And
Hmm.
because of that, that's the reason why our teeth are flat. They're grinders. So we're grinding things. So your nuts, your seeds, your plants, because our
Yeah,
teeth were made for grinding. When you think about animals who eat meat, they have a digestive
Dang.
system that goes from mouth to anus, and they got teeth and fangs, and they have double the amounts of hydrochloric acid in their systems
yeah,
than we do. That's why they can digest the meat and we can't. And
yeah,
then it's for
Right.
short transit. So it's from mouth to anus, and they can expel it quicker. Since we have that long, winding digestive system, that's the reason why plant-based foods, it takes time to extract the nutrients, and our digestive system is suited for that type of extraction
yeah,
Yeah.
as opposed to animals.
yeah,
Exactly. That's true. That's true. So, I know we, was raised on meats and things like that, but now that we know and have the knowledge we have now, and they're also putting additives in it when they used to didn't do that. Like, we were younger, cousin Willie, that, we stayed small for a long time. We didn't have
mhm,
all these additives and stuff like that in this food that
Mm-mm.
they have today. Because if you're looking at like a 5-year-old, there's 5-year-olds walking around with diabetes.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Whatever they're putting in this food or these fast foods, like, hey, get back to the basics, start hitting the stove, okay? Go to the farmer's market and get you some vegetables and things like that. And, there's plenty of, if you look on YouTube, a lot of people that make vegan foods. That's how I get some of
mm-hmm.
my recipes from. And,
mhm,
it's just something that you have to want. You have to really
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's another thing too. When I think somebody was talking about how to protect yourself spiritually, that is one of the key components is the food.
Exactly. That's
And I'm
true.
gonna tell
yeah,
you, you can tell the difference, especially after you cleaned up your diet for a long time. When you want to vibe high, you think about foods within itself. Foods
Hmm.
that have a vibration or high vibration are close to the sun. So that's your sun fire food. So that's your fruits and different things like that
That's
because the
it.
sun has fired them up. And then
Plant based.
plant based. So it has the sufficient amount of energy, power, and nutrients that you need to stay powered up. When we start eating more denser foods, then that's when our frequency and vibration start to become lower. Anytime you get up and you break a fast and you break a fast with some fruit or you break a fast with some juice, you instantaneously have this boost of energy that is sustainable. But if you get up and you eating pancakes, waffles, and
yeah,
sausage and all that stuff, shoot, by 10 o'clock, you ready to go take a nap because that
Hmm.
fuel it was not fuel for food. It was
sufficient.
just exactly. And
Yep.
so those are the things that I think we have to start becoming cognizant of and even pay attention to our body. They called it back in the day of the itis or the heavy belly.
Oh yeah,
That is a clear indication that it was actually
exactly.
lowering your frequency and vibration. Or if you've ever eaten something, I've had that happen to me, and then instantaneously I'll get a headache or I'll get upset. It was because of whatever was in the food just completely
Right.
just messed me up. So
Right.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. That itis,
yeah,
it comes from us consuming the meats, the carbs, all of that. What our body has to break down to digest. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Right.
So that's where you get that itis from. You want to take a nap after you eat that Sunday dinner. That
yeah.
Sunday dinner. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
and
You do.
that comes from our body taking up all the energy
To
to
try to
digest that
digest.
food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the problem. We're not supposed to be eating that in the first place. It's
No.
takes up.
That that's for animals, and we all know who those animals are who introduced this to us.
Yeah. So
We know who that is.
Woo!
we definitely have to get back
Red
to.
meat raw, Willie.
Don't start me up over here. I'm trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Woo! But yeah, it's very important. And then you even look at kids. I had ran this experiment in my house. If you put two things in front of a kid, you put a bowl or a plate of food, fruit, just a bunch of fruit with some oranges, grapes, and different things like that. Kids immediately gravitate towards that when given an option as opposed to all the sugary laden foods when it's put on the table because they actually know what's
Yeah.
catering to beneficial to their body. But when we force them to eat stuff that's contradictory, we change their taste buds. And so
Right.
that's what the problem is right now. And that's the reason why people have a sweet tongue. That's why they're craving all the complex carbohydrates, why they're craving all the sugars. And that sugar is almost like heroin. It makes people like heroin addicts and it excites the brain the
Right.
same
Yeah.
way. So with our kids, when we fundamentally now have this downtime, put some more fruits and vegetables on the table and let those kids have something that is actually going to edify their body. And then two, I remember when I was a little girl, we had a fruit truck, not an ice cream truck. We have to again get back to some of those basics.
The basics.
Yeah.
That's the key. That is the
Yeah,
key word. Let's get back to the basics. Let's everybody slow it down a moment. I mean, if you don't want to slow it down, the universe is going to do it for us anyway.
yeah.
Okay? So, let's be on top of it before, let's do it the easy way.
You don't want the
Yeah.
I'm
universe to
tired.
do.
I'm tired of doing stuff the hard way. I'm done, okay?
Hopple, I'm tired. I see.
Yeah.
And when you get tired enough, you'll
You'll
either you'll learn or you gonna sit down somewhere, for a moment with yourself and have a talk with yourself because I
either
have
by
done that. And
choice or by
it
force.
by choice or force. And then you still gotta you still will have a choice too. It's
Yeah.
just a shake up, because being that we supposed to be free spirits and free willed and things like that, you will, but they will, give you a wake up call, or you'll just keep going around in circles like that little rat does in that
And
little
that
cage,
hamster
just
wheel.
running
Oh
and
yeah.
running. It ain't going nowhere. He's doing the work for the wheel. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
it is the truth.
Queen says sugar is more potent than cocaine,
Yeah,
and
probably is.
she's right. Sugar is more. It's 10 times more addictive than dope.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
that's how controlling and powerful sugar is.
yeah. And on most products, and we were talking about reading the back of the labels. If you look on most products now, sugar is the second ingredient on
Yep.
right.
pretty much everything.
Sugar and sodium,
Yeah.
Yeah,
salt. Yeah, the salt is in a lot of stuff.
Yes. Back to basics for everything. We will live a healthier lifestyle. We definitely have to live a healthier lifestyle.
That's for
Um,
sure. That's
if
number
we care,
one.
if we care about our kids and our grandkids,
Yep.
some people are living vicariously and day for day.
Yep. Some people just living on a wave, just like whatever wave comes
Yeah.
along, whatever. No, we can't be thinking like that. It's
Can't do
now
that.
not the Now's not the time to go out to lunch.
Yeah.
I know I say things crazy, but it's the truth.
Come back and the whole building
It's not
shut down.
time. It's not time to be a lunchbox right now. We got to come out of that stuff.
Yeah. But also we all got to get on one accord and stop
That one
like
accord.
what you were saying earlier about, you know, we all got to understand that we're going to have to help ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's coming to
Yep.
help us. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's politics or whatever.
Or whatever. Whatever. You're right.
We have to help ourselves. We have to come to an understanding with each other that we're not each other's enemies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to rethink all of this.
That's
we've been programmed.
Right.
You know. So.
Yep. We've been programmed and programmed to be division.
Yeah.
My thing is, it's all about loving yourself, and then when you love yourself, you love others regardless.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
And because I see people sometimes, you know, and I don't understand. I guess it could be for money or has something to do. I don't understand where we're arguing against each other about certain things when you can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't get into confrontations like I used to until I can't, you know, had to look at myself in the mirror. That's a waste of energy and time to get up there and arguing back and forth about this and about that when we can solve the problem. It's a waste of energy.
Right.
Yeah.
Waste of energy. You know, keep you on a low vibration. I know people are attracted to drama. I mean, heck, we grew up around a bunch of drama. But there comes a time in your life where you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, it's a waste of both energy and time.
Yeah.
And bad energy is contagious. I always say that. You know, it's contagious. And then time is the most valuable thing on the planet. So why would you want to waste it? Because without time, nothing happens.
Whoa, you shot the gun on that one.
Yeah, so
okay.
You're right.
Shoot.
So you have to that goes back to being aware. Be aware of what energy you have in your circle. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's very important.
It is very important because you can do good all by yourself. I like to tell my customers that too. I don't say bad, I say good. Keep it positive.
All by yourself.
Or you do bad all by yourself. How can you do bad all by yourself? Heck, you might well be with somebody that's a badass. Y'all do bad together, but you can do good all by yourself.
You rewrite that paradigm. I can do good all by myself.
Yeah.
That's true. It's the truth. And you could do good with a partner, but you have to just wait on it. And you have to wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. While you're in the process of waiting, get yourself together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Clean out that closet on that side that your soulmate that comes in. Have it ready for him, okay? Have it ready. Put another glass next to your table, even though it's just you sitting there. I think we talked about that the last time. That's manifestation. We are manifestors.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't know what you want until you know who you are. So you have to know self before you can accept somebody else in your life.
Another shot in the heart.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. How you going to know what you want if you don't know yourself?
Yeah, that is true.
Exactly. So
that's for all you youngies out there. You know, hey, it ain't no microwave. It don't happen overnight. You know, we got life experiences, and even in a relationship, like I said, it ain't nothing perfect. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah,
you better know it.
It's work and experience. You said. That's the key word too, because we're a little bit hard on the youth, but we've got experience in a lot of things. We've experienced a lot, and we've been through a lot, and we've seen a lot, and we've done some of the things that the youth's done. You know what I mean? But We just have a problem with them not listening to us when we say, "Hey, don't." But you know,
Right.
experience is what made us who we are. So we have to let them
Yeah.
experience to some
Yeah.
extent too.
To some
You know what I mean?
extent. I mean, yeah, like my father was always like that with me, and I, always, honor him for that because he was a good father. Um,
Yeah,
he would never get in my business, but he would
yeah.
just give me a seed. He would plant a seed there for
There you
me and
go.
then still let me go and do what I want to
Wanted
do.
to do.
And later on down the line, I understood that seed that he planted because it came to
Yeah,
fruition.
there you go.
So you guys out there, somebody, long as it's good seeds that they planting and it
Yeah,
makes sense, go with that. Don't
Yeah.
take
that's that.
if you can if it's all possible, don't take the hard way. Take the
Yeah,
easy route out by listening to
Yeah.
those who have been there and done
Done
that.
that. Or
If you
just listen.
can.
Or just listening, period. I think a
Yeah,
lot of times when we're dealing with relationships, people will actually tell you who they are and they will show you who
show
they
yeah,
are.
exactly.
Now, if you want to falsify what they're showing you and telling you, then that's on
right.
your own recognizance. And then I think a lot of times
Exactly.
that's what end up happening to people is because now you're sitting back and you're finally taking a step back to look and you see everything that was not in alignment. And this person told you and they showed you who they were. But because
Yeah,
of us living in a place of fantasy, you didn't hear any of that. And now
Right.
the
That
relationship,
Cinderella life, that
exactly, the
Kiss a
relationship
Frog life, that stuff that was embedded in our
on
minds as
Brian.
and programmed as we were children. That's what
yeah,
that's what we were grown up with, these fantasy stories. Nobody came in the room and said, said, don't pay that no attention, because I swear to y'all, I got a couple of frogs for real, for real. And
Baby,
I kissed it, waited to the next morning. I'm like, well, my dad came. He's like, what is this? What's this frog situation? You get
mm,
the frog out of
yeah,
this house, girl. I'm like, well, that's my prince. That's my
you
yeah.
better stop before you get some warts on your lips. Leave them frogs alone.
Mm,
girl. All that fantasy stuff that it was just like Willie said earlier. All that was just programming. We were programmed. I mean, even when we watch cartoons, and we looked at it when we was
oh
little, we
yeah,
was like laughing and laughing. But if you really sit back and look at them now, all they were promoting was violence.
Exactly.
yeah,
Every every
Exactly.
every every cartoon you seen, they was hitting each other upside the head, blowing each other up. What's his name, going to Acme all the time to get something to get the coyote.
oh yeah. The Roadrunner, yeah, all of that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they instilled violence and acted like it was okay and acted like it was funny. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
now in reality, you grow up and you see these things like that. There wasn't nothing funny
it
about that.
wasn't. It
And
wasn't.
and if I had any kids, I'll tell you what, they wouldn't be watching nothing like that.
Because
yeah.
it's extremely
They're doing it
violent.
to.
They wouldn't even be on TV as much because there's nothing on there anymore. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing but
Mm-mm.
junk, trash,
It's not. They're doing
drama.
it. They're actually doing it to the adults now with the TV.
Right, right. Yeah, because
It's
they
so
love that drama. What you call those shows?
Out the
I don't
reality TV
love
show.
and hip hop and all that
yeah,
stuff.
all of
Is
that.
like that turns me off because I hate to see grown people acting like this.
You
What
feel
kind of
your
kind
brain
of
cells depleting if you pass the channel. You like, wait a minute, mm-mm. And it's ridiculous because of the simple fact that they know that society is driven by propaganda, lies, just
Yeah,
right,
all of those
right,
things, and they
right.
tune into that. The crazy part about it is people trying to enact that same thing in their day-to-day lives.
In
That
their
is
day-to-day
yeah,
life.
that's
Again,
Hollywood.
fantasy.
That is
Again.
Hollywood.
And yeah, we have to hold these actors and actresses and things like that, and these athletes and all that. We have to
accountable.
hold them accountable too, because
Yeah,
they
Yeah,
they understand what's going on.
they
yeah.
do.
That's where they're getting their paycheck from. So why can't we can't be putting them up on pedestals when they're against us with the system, like the elites? How can we
Yeah,
put them on a pedestal? How can we go buy their shoes? How can we
yeah,
buy them t-shirts for our kids and all that when they're planning to put our kids in a prison system when they
yeah,
get old
Yeah,
enough for? How
Yeah.
can we put them on a pedestal? There's no way.
Yeah.
We have
No.
to hold them accountable for what they
Yeah,
do.
and
Because they're
that's
not saying nothing. They're not
the
saying
truth.
nothing.
I think
Money ain't gonna
anybody,
keep them alive.
that's true. Anybody who has a platform, especially now in this day and age, should really be using that platform to bring people together and to actually speak truth, because it's too
Yeah.
many people that's lost right now. I'm not
Right.
saying use your
This ain't
platform
no
to,
time to play. This
yeah,
ain't
to
no time to
lead
play.
people, but use your platform to bring people together, because we
Together.
cannot do it by ourselves. We can't,
That's
Exactly.
it.
it's
Yep.
it's absolutely impossible. And I think
Yes.
that that's where it starts. Just like this, having a conversation first, it
Yeah.
has to be the conversation, because most of the time people don't even talk anymore. People, this
Yeah.
instant technology, or we're texting or whatever. Back in the day, we would pick up the phone and talk to people.
Yeah.
When I can hear your voice, I know if something is wrong with you. I can't figure that out in a text message.
That's
Exactly. That's
right. Yep.
Other days you go and you drive by them people's houses so I can put eyes on you to make sure that
yeah.
you're okay. And we
Yep.
need to get back to that, because that's what actually fortified relationships. I know you really care, because I can hear it in your voice, or I can
Right.
see it because you're here.
Right.
Not some
See, this
And
is
instantaneous text message. No.
yep.
that's energy being transferred. So
Yeah.
that's important.
Remember we was talking about that Sunday, Willie? Yep.
Yeah.
About how you can feel things. Like I
Yeah.
always this right here to me is a big deal. It may not be a big deal to anyone else, but to me, in my heart and my
Yeah.
soul, being here with you guys is a big deal to me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because this is something that I always wanted. I'm like, how can I bring there's a lot of people that you just can't trust. There's
Yeah.
people you
Yeah.
can't trust. So, Spirit kind of like guided me to certain people by their conversation. I can tell they was right there,
Yeah.
right there. Not
Yeah.
that 3D world, but that 5D world, like has a vision, has a purpose, and you know it, and you're walking in it. And
Yeah.
people be sending me these people. So, and then here
Yeah.
we go. This is what I want to do. Like, I don't care how many people we get or how many people we don't
We
get. That's
don't
not
get.
the point. The point is getting it done, setting that example, and putting it out there.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way it should be done. Not all this arguing, bickering, fighting for what? For views?
Yeah.
For money? I
Yeah.
mean, we see this not working out already from the higher ups, from athletes, from people being killed. I mean, they're taking away our whole being.
Yeah.
So why should we should succumb to such things now that we have a opportunity to have a platform to do much better? Is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. Bring in better, bring in that positive energy, that high vibration. I know people ain't liking it right now because they kind of like it was too much drama going, and everybody's caught up in it. Now
Yeah.
it's time to calm it down, and now's the time to put things out there. That's why I like doing this when I'm doing. And like I said, I appreciate both of y'all so
You
much.
are
You make
so welcome.
making my dream come true, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate it, because
You part of
Appreciate
my
you
star
too,
family.
Sandra.
Them
Huh?
ancestors
There you
led
go.
me right to you.
Yeah, this is, and I want to keep it going, because this is an important time right now to while we have it, and to just to get it moving, and people that I talk to, I just want to, you know, this to continue on, and set an example that you can have conversations and you can get along, long as you are all on that same path,
Yes.
and setting that example for other people. That's what I'm talking about. Not this
Yeah.
drama, not no fussing and fighting. Ain't nobody here worried about no money. Y'all can do the thumbs up though. Did y'all do any likes or anything like that? That's all I ask for. Just put the likes up there,
Yeah.
y'all. It don't take a minute but to hit that like button. That's all I
Yes.
ask for. You don't hear me on my channel asking for donations. I don't even put it in my descriptions, because
Please
that's not
look.
what I'm here for.
I'ma just plug you in. Look, go ahead, hit that like button. Then y'all need to go
And
over
that's to
to
spread the word. That's all.
exactly
I
to
ain't looking for nothing. All I want
Yeah.
to do is help. That's all I want to do, and everything else will fall in its place. I'm not chasing anything.
And then
Nobody should have to
subscribe.
chase and.
Subscribe to Simply Love Tarot. Okay.
There you
So you
go.
can go over there and get the truth. This woman brings nothing but 100% of the truth. Okay. All day, every day. And she does it in a place of love. So if you're looking for someone
Thank
who's
you.
going to deliver you the pure bona fide truth without no fluff, but in a place of love, that's exactly what she's going to do. And she's able to create a roadmap. So whatever is inside of you that needs to come up to render you that strength and that clarity that you need to move forward, you'll get that in a reading with her. So if you have never had a reading by Simply Love, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to go on an inbox or text or something. So for the remainder of the
Thank you.
2020, you can have your roadmap together, knowing exactly where you're going. And so I have a question at the end of this little long. So we talked about the things in this world that we desire not to see, and you kind of touched on it about what it was that caused you to create this platform that you're serving on now. So when you envision the future and you envision sacred spaces like this, one, how do you think that we should go about fortifying those things? But then also, what does your vision look like? Because I know this is just a small touch, but what does the whole overall vision that you see for the planet and for the universe looks like coming from Simply Love?
Okay. The overall vision that I see for the universe is togetherness, oneness, wholeness, peace, love. Um, because that's what I feel, and it took me a long time to get here, but I am here, and now we all here to connect with one another and actually make it happen. So
Yeah,
my vision is actually what's happening right now, and it taking a virus told to everybody else to make that shift, to actually see. Now, have we had any arguments or anything like that on this channel?
no, we don't
The
do that
last
over
time we
here.
did it, now we don't do
No,
that kind of stuff. It's
we
not
don't do.
necessary. That's what my dream is, and my hope for the universe is that it will heal itself. It will. And some people are going to get left behind. I must say that they are, because they're just not willing to change. And
Mhm.
there's
Yeah.
nothing that any of us could do about that. But I just want to leave a legacy, because when I'm gone off of this planet into my spiritual, everlasting, beautiful ass life, okay, these videos are still going to be here. And it
Okay.
may help, maybe not this generation, could be the next generation or the next generation after that. And, I'll
Yeah.
be able to witness it. I'm still going to have my spiritual being. I'll be able to, I'll be free as a bird,
Okay. You're gonna
So
fire up your.
I hope that makes sense. That's
Yeah. It
my
makes sense.
goal and my dream, is to help be of some assistance to our higher power ancestors, to bring us together the way they dreamed of it.
Okay. I
Mm.
like
If
that.
that made sense, I hope that
Yeah.
all
I see
answered
the
all your
dream.
questions.
Yeah.
What about
Makes
you, cousin Willie? And then
What's
you,
what's
Patience.
Yes.
the same question as far as how do I see?
What do you want
Well,
to ask? Yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead. You're saying pertaining to the same question?
Mm-hmm.
How do I see? Now I'm lost with the question again. How do I see the
Okay, well, I'm
universe
gonna
as?
formulate a different question for you.
Okay.
So, Willie, I know you have been really proactive with bringing people back to a healthier state within their body. Now, when
Yeah.
you look at the paradigm of the universe from that perspective, what do you see and what is your desire?
What do I see and what is my desire?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. At the end of the day, my hopes and desires is for everybody to see that what we've been given isn't good for us, and we need to move toward, the herbs, the spirituality, the understanding, and then walk away from what we were just talking about, all the social mishaps, and
Yeah.
like my cousin was saying earlier about intuitiveness, and that comes with spirituality, and
Right.
we miss a lot when we don't have spirituality because we don't have that
Yes.
intuitive feeling, we don't have that gut feeling, so we miss out on a lot, and then we may even miss out on lives because if you don't have that gut feeling, you could walk right into a situation that, you know what I mean, you could have
Right. Could
avoided.
have avoided.
bypassed had you had
Right.
that spiritual guidance to say, look, man, don't go there, don't go that way,
Yeah.
don't, you know what I'm
That's
saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah.
a lot of our
Absolutely.
youth is missing that spirituality, which also they're missing, you know, the feelings that they need to get past, you know what I mean? All the things that we have to deal with that's beyond the physical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beyond the
So,
physical.
so
Some things you don't need your eyes to see. That's what
Mm-mm.
you have your emotions for. Because
exactly,
a blind person probably could pick up on something just like that than someone who has their eyes
Right.
and they have their emotions intact. Does
Yeah.
that make
exactly.
sense? So
It makes yeah, it do.
we have to close our eyes and like be like the fool and take that leap of faith into
Yeah.
what we want, what we desire in our. I say desire, not want, because some things you want, it may not be for you. So our
Mm-hmm.
desires are there. Again, we are creators. I'm sorry, cousin Willie, go ahead.
No, no, you finished it up, but that kind of sums it up for me. That's what I desire to see is a healthier us and a more understanding and trusting us, because it seems like now I'm just speaking to us as a melanated people, because we're the most hated people on the planet for whatever reason, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, because we're
we've
worth
had
more than gold.
yeah, we've had so much to deal with. So man,
Yeah,
we just need to understand us a little bit better, you know,
yes, yes,
because everybody's so different, so busy to distract us from you know what I mean, getting back to who we are.
right,
So
right.
I don't
Well,
know. I think
patient. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
It's
sorry.
true. It's
I
so
just think that's
true.
important.
It
We just
is.
gotta get
That
to
Well,
know
is so
ourselves.
patience, we
true.
want you to you put your input on your vision, your desires and your expectations, not only in just love, but just all around family, friends. You know, just put your input on that far as your focus and what you desire.
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking about that as I asked you guys that same question.
Hmm.
For me, I think my desire is for each individual to step into their full knowing and full
Yeah.
knowledge of self. I
Hmm.
think when that happens, all of the things that each one of us desire as an individual, that will actually be the catalyst that opens everything up for us. And when people step into their true authentic self and their true knowing, that's when all of this outside governing will actually take a pause, and we'll be able
Right.
to get back to the pure essence of
Yeah.
ourself. I think
Absolutely.
for me, I choose in the space that I'm in right now to connect with more people that or my age who are afraid to have these conversations or afraid to step into their full power and
Right.
come in a place of agreement and alignment with these people, be it not even if a project, but setting the intention, for what it is that we desire and work from that level. And also being able to, I guess, create collectives of people in different spectrums that we can actually begin to lift the old paradigm. So
Oh
whether it
yeah.
be the foods that we're eating to how we live in our houses, just to the whole 5G thing, just everything across the board, start forming small little collectives in those different areas to change
Yeah,
the bigger paradigm. So in essence, just people really stepping into their full knowing of self and
Yes.
full God self and
Right.
bringing themselves back to Godhead. So that's my truest desire. And I pray and
That's
I meditate on that all the time because
yeah.
I I get out of I got out of praying for myself a long time ago when I was a kid, and it's more about other people because you don't
Yeah.
know what people going through. You don't know what people need. And a lot of times that energetic, because we're always dealing with frequency and current, just that energy alone, me wishing someone well or putting positive intentions out for another person, I don't have to go out of my way to do anything else. And that's like one of the smallest deeds that we could possibly do for other people. And I think it makes a huge impact, just like what we're doing here tonight. So I'm
I think
truly
so too. I
honored
do.
to share this space.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys sharing this space with me because,
Yes.
like I said, it's so hard to find anyone who would want to without arguing and fussing and fighting. And I'm past all that stuff.
Okay.
And I just feel like we all are human beings and one as one. And we have to learn to get along because there's enough room for everybody.
Yeah.
There's no need to fight over anything. If there was a crumb on the floor, there's no use to fighting over that crumb
Yeah.
because in all actuality, somebody has what it takes to make more crumbs
Hmm.
if you allow them to do so.
Or
Set.
make a
I,
whole loaf of bread.
yeah,
Yeah.
really. I just like to see everybody be free to be who they want to be, to do the things that they want to do, not by force.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I don't feel like, you know, I wish that, someday that people can, if they want to go to school, that they can go to school for free. Why would you want to
Yeah.
make people pay to go to school and then they got to get out there and get a job and then they have to
Because they
pay
have
back the
all
money
that
that
debt.
you paid in your own country? I thought this was the land of the free and the home of the brave. What
Mm-mm.
happened to
Yeah.
all of that? Next thing you know, we're going to be paying for air if we're not already somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's just getting a
Getting to
little ridiculous, and that's what I just pray for and hope for. Freedom is the bottom line. Freedom. Do what you want, and not having to be under the pressure of what your parents want you to do, or your great grandparents, or your brother. It said, do you,
Yeah.
boo boo.
Okay.
that.
That's what I would like to see happen.
Yeah.
That's what I would love to see happen. I know it's not going to happen in my lifetime, but like I said, we put something out here that can touch generations throughout generations, as long as this YouTube is still here, or whatever they do with the videos. That's up to them, but it's here,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
want to continue down this road. Of bringing on people, and because people, you know what, they don't like, a lot of people wouldn't like things like this,
Wouldn't
And
like
why
you
do you
know
think that is?
coming together in love without having to
Oh
be
yeah.
drama and things like that, and just putting out some good information,
It's too peaceful.
vibing with one another. It's just like a
Yeah.
lot of, they're just not into that right now. Maybe the next generation, who knows,
That's that
but
I
can
appreciate
that's
I
that can
appreciate the push
that
too.
candida overload. They need to get that candida out there.
Oh gosh. Oh
You
my
heard me,
gosh.
Sandra?
Huh?
I said I appreciate the push for this experience also because you pushed me to do, because this is my first live, so
Yeah.
you actually
Yeah.
did push me to do this, and I
Wasn't bad
appreciate
as
it because
Go
you're
Willie.
welcome.
Go Willie.
Really?
Go
It's your
Willie.
yeah,
birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Go Willie.
You done
almost my
it.
birthday too.
Oh, happy
What?
birthday. It's
It's your
Pisces
birthday.
Oh,
season.
It's gonna be the what?
Go
The
huh?
20?
Willie.
Yours is gonna be
I
what? The
didn't hear you.
20? Yours is gonna be the
23rd.
23rd, okay? Because yeah, we got a lot of Aries in our family. That's for
That's next
sure.
Monday. That's
Got a
next
lot of
Monday.
fire signs in our family.
Yeah,
Richie's
yeah.
is like 25th or something,
Go
24th.
Willie.
You're the
Go Willie.
23rd. Happy birthday.
Mhm.
When
Happy birthday,
happy
Willie.
birthday
Thank
to
you,
you.
thank
Everybody
you,
say happy birthday to Willie. It's coming.
thank you. It's definitely coming.
Yes. Do we have any other questions or anything?
Mm.
Or anybody have anything else to say? Facts is love coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Love is all you
Love is
need. Love is all you need. That was my little motto I used to say.
Mhm.
Patience, did they say something to you or yes? Back to the
You gonna connect
baseball.
us all though, Sandra? Like
Hmm.
I said, you'll connect us all with each other as far as patience also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the birthday wishes, Leslie.
Happy birthday, Will. I want to thank you all for coming in. I don't know. Here I go shouting again like I'm in a stadium or something. If anybody has
Appreciate
any
that, Linda.
questions before we close out, because I think I've had everybody here long enough.
It looked like
Paige,
Maria Mitchell, she trying to get a look like a tarot card read. She said, "I'm a Virgo with a difficult love. Like, do you see a new marriage for me and when?"
she's a Virgo,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to know what.
She says, "I'm a Virgo with a difficult love. Like, do you see a new marriage for me and when?"
Let me bust out with my cards here, okay?
But
Love and romance
but
answer oracle card. We're gonna answer
but
that question.
bust it
What?
wide open.
You can get these and purchase them on my website, and guess what? You can just shuffle them and pull them in your own home. Go to my website. You see all my affirmation cards. Patient has them. Thank you so much, Patience.
Yeah.
They on SD on my website and other channels as well. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I made about what 6 or 7 decks right now, and still working on more. And it's like I said, I don't want people to become codependent. You have the tools right there to help yourself become
Mm-hmm.
a better you. Okay. What did she say? Something about forgiveness is needed here. Something about you
Mm-hmm.
have to forgive. Everybody, is entitled to forgiveness. Whether it's worth you being with them or not, that's something that you have to ask your spirit guides on. Take responsibility, take your role, step up, and know that there is help that you don't see with the naked eye. It is
Mm-hmm.
there, but it's showing something about you having to forgive or someone else forgiving you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that answered the question. The rest of it, you have to, I'm not walking around here with a magical wand. Okay. I'm not a Tinkerbell, but what you can do is, like I said, sometimes you have to, find someone that you feel comfortable with and have a personal private reading. And,
Mm-hmm.
that way you can get all ins and outs of what, spirit would advise you to do and bring on awareness. Patience will tell you she knows.
Honey, that's why I said again, y'all need to go to Simply Love Tarot. Hit the subscription button. Y'all see that little bell over there in the corner? Hit the subscription button.
Mm-hmm.
And then contact
Oh,
her for a reading.
thank you, Patience, for that. Now, do you have anything to give to her with your
Okay, let me
deck or
see.
my deck or oracle deck or whatever?
I'll pull these angel romance for her. Let's see what we got.
And then we're going to let everybody go. I don't want Willie. I appreciate you. I know it's like what 10 o'clock. Is it? We've been on here for a while, but I'd love for you guys to come back again if you'd like. Willie
Most
got your cool
definitely.
glasses on.
Huh? Oh, you see
You
new
cool.
ones? I'm reading these comments.
You are cool as I don't know what.
I needed them. I
Will's been
definitely
over
needed
there
them.
chilling all night. Oh,
Mm.
Uncle Willie.
I'm gonna tell you something. My family has a dry sense of humor. I mean, you would, Willie being there, nice and calm and cool. But you get in a conversation where I'll tell you what, any one of my father's family, they'll have you cracking up. Seriously,
Okay.
Yeah.
seriously, they got a great sense of humor.
Good old Uncle Willie.
Uncle Willie, huh?
What they say now? Dragon.
I was shuffling and this one just flew off the
What
top.
is?
Trust. So who was that asking about their relationship? It says trust. This card says
Oh, there it is.
this situation is calling for you to have faith. So let me dig deeper into this one real quick.
And I'm glad we have Willie here so we can put it in a man's point of view as well for some of these young ladies.
Mm-hmm.
He's been married for 25 years. I'm quite sure he can answer these without any cards. But I know you guys are like
Look, and they said, in response to your question, the romance angels ask you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you a blessing and personal growth, leading to beautiful romantic love so you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it is leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which turn attracts positive experiences and people, including romantic partner. This is truly a situation where faith in all things are possible.
Hey, that's what
Mm,
we've been talking about all day on this live. It's all starts with you,
yeah,
definitely. Now
exactly.
here we say my boyfriend is dragging his ass with us being
Being
together
together
physically.
physically. He's
He's
in
in
Texas.
Texas and I'm in Florida. I get okay. No wonder he's dragging his ass. Y'all in two different states. It's really frustrating. I don't mean to be funny, but it is okay.
It's that long distance
I
relationship.
bet it is frustrating. He's in Texas and you're in Florida. Oh, okay. It's really frustrating. What advice do you have for long distance relationships? Cousin Willie, I'll let you handle that if you'd
Ooh,
like.
long distance. I only could speak on my situation. I haven't really dealt with a long distance relationship before, but with any relationship, just like you said a minute ago, it starts with self and what you deserve. You know what I mean? And what the point I'm getting to is she's saying he's dragging his ass or whatever with the physical relationship. So what happens is now you have I would think that you have to be happy first. So whatever makes you happy, and if he's not okay with it, then what else could you do but find your happy space, and it may be without him. I don't know. I couldn't say with the, like I said, I haven't experienced a long distance relationship, but I have experienced a long relationship. And I've been in the place sometimes where, things weren't great. You know what I mean? But one thing is to stand and fight. Another thing is to accept something that's not deserving of you. You know what I mean? So you just got to
Yep.
make up your mind one
Yeah.
way or the other. You know what I mean? Do you see something in him that's worth standing and fighting when it comes to, the distance and the physical relationship or whatever? Or, you know what I mean? Do you see him meeting you halfway? Do you see him bending? Because, it's got to be two ways. Like no one person can maintain a
That's right.
two-person relationship.
Mhm.
It's not
Exactly.
going to happen.
It's not going to
So,
happen. It's
But that's the
not.
thing. I think some of the things when you're in a long distance relationship or relationships, period, relationships take work. But when you're in a
Yes.
long distance relationship, it takes a lot more work because you have to do things to bridge the distance. Okay. You have to
Mm-hmm.
do
yeah.
things to bridge the physical distance. So if you're FaceTiming, and then all the extra things like even writing letters and talking on the telephone, and then also making sure y'all set aside that time that you do have that physical presence so you're not always in absence of that person. A question I would like to how long have they had this long distance relationship?
Right.
Mm,
And why is the physical coming before the getting to know them is what I'm concerned about.
I can't see the bottom, so did you answer the question?
Okay, what's this one? Can Hey Lulu is a queen. How you doing? Can I get overall energy for my relationship? I just had a reading, but he stopped communicating. Who'd you have a reading with? You just had a reading. We've been together for almost 3 years. I am going to say just one thing before I do anything.
I get
Action speaks louder than words.
relationship. I just had freedom, but he stopped communicating.
Well, we keep coming up with this faith card, like we were
Yep,
saying earlier. This keeps coming up. This is like a spiritual, this is like divine, the divine speaking. The
yep,
divine always say everything. If you have faith and everything works out in its own timing,
it
divine
does.
timing. There's not, we discussed this earlier that you can't push and pull things and make things happen the way you want it to because that's what you want. Sometimes what you want is may not be for you. But
Mm.
sometimes, and it all goes back to you again, as we were talking about earlier. It goes back to yourself, self love. And once you
Yeah.
have self love, patience comes in there, and then you're kind of like not paying the world any attention. Next thing you know, you're getting what you really desire. That
Mhm.
desire is going to come, but there has to be a certain amount of loving you, taking care of you first, and then you won't be worried about any of this that you're talking about right now. It
Mhm.
won't even bother you.
Yeah, and
I
it's
hope that makes sense.
yeah that because we you said you keep pulling up this faith and this trust, and then in the faith and in the trust, you have to step out of the universe's way because what we'll do is we'll get in the universe's way, and the universe is trying to bless us, but we trying to pull the strings and we trying to make stuff happen. And what it is that we truly desire can never come to us because we're standing in our own way. The minute
Right.
you release that thing, you see in your mind's eye and in your heart what you want, and then you let that thing go, stuff will start moving, honey. It will
That's
move
true.
on your behalf.
You're welcome, Lulu. No problem. That's what we're here for.
Hmm.
What do you think, cousin Willie, about that one?
What was that?
Let me see. Where was that at?
I just had a meeting, but he's not communicating. I got lost with the question.
Yeah, that was the same one.
Can I get an overall energy?
Oh,
So she was talking to someone or something, but he stopped communicating with her.
and I think she said you did her reading.
I
Said
did. Oh, okay. Just I tell you what, Lulu, just text me or email me or something, and we'll work something out to look in it a little deeper and see what's going on. It may be repetitive because I tell people this a lot. When you get a reading, this is something. This is not no game. At least it's not for me anyway. And I try to give all the information that I feel my ancestors are telling me, as I'm going through the process. And I definitely give the truth, nothing but the truth. So, if something comes, like I tell people a lot of times, wait a while. Don't rush. There's no rush because if spirit already communicated with you that things are going to be okay, most of the time it is, but you have to follow the procedure of what spirit already done told you through a reading. That's why there's people get readings after reading after reading, different people, this and it's just doing nothing but confusing. You just have to have faith in within yourself. Don't don't waste your money and time if you're not going to believe or not have faith. That faith card keep coming up. We've been talking about faith throughout uh, uh this whole haven't we? This whole
Yeah,
thing where we've been
this whole
talking
lot.
about faith and having trust and belief in yourself. That's been a key factor, and it keeps coming up for you guys. So you guys were meant to come here to hear this.
hmm.
Anybody see any more question? I was
No, I don't see anything at the bottom. But see, I love how spirit works. You shuffled
yeah,
your deck. You got trust and faith. I shuffled and still got the same thing. And
right.
I'm way down here in Houston, Texas, in the dirty South. So that energy is real.
It is. It really is real. Our energies are connecting, highly. And my cousin, we were talking about the same thing all throughout the whole thing. Some things you don't need to, some things it's just like, it's common sense.
Yeah.
Being getting back into back to the basics, people will learn this. I just feel like we're in a society now that everything is microwaved. Everybody want it like this.
Yeah.
I hear women, I'm going to grab the bag. Okay, when you grab that, if you don't have a bag of your own, how you going to grab somebody else's? That puzzles me. That puzzles me a lot. That can, grab the bag for what? What if that bag gets taken away from you? Then what's the next step? See, this is what I'm talking about. You gotta kind of, you gotta use you gotta use the things that's already built inside of you. I know you've seen this stuff on TV, and these all these entertainers throwing you off your game here, telling you have to have a big butt, big booty, eyelashes way out here. All this type of stuff is nothing but programming. That's
Yeah.
all it is programming, and it's really everybody I see darn near looks the same to me.
Same.
They don't have
Clone.
no. Get back to the basics is all I can say. Be yourself. Love who you are. When I was going through my transformation, I remember having all these magazines and looking at them and say, "Oh man, I want to be." And you know what? It lowered my self.
Self-esteem.
So when I was going through my transformation, I took every book, even the Bible. I'm not going to lie. I took the Bible, these books, and all this essence, all that good, and I threw it in the trash. And I don't buy that stuff. I don't pay it any attention. I had to learn to love me for who
Yeah.
I am, flaws and all.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to have to do. And it's a journey, and it's a daily journey. It's not going to ever be you just perfecting you, for yourself, not
Yeah.
anyone else. For you is what I'm
Hmm.
trying to say. It's for you. It's your journey. You perfect your own journey, not anybody else's.
Yeah.
Oh well, it looks like
That is the truth.
that's the truth. Any last words, you guys, before we go?
Love is real.
It
Love
is.
is
Yeah.
all you need.
It is. I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys showing up. Like I said, whether you come in or go out, please hit that like button so this video can go further, to reach
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
people. If you feel like, that would help us out, share it or whatever, that would be great. I'm not asking for nothing else.
Send
Okay.
the
That's all
love.
I
Send
ask
the
for.
love to someone else.
Spread the love, because this is Simply Love. My cousin
Yes.
here, Willie Brown. His information will be below in the description, and passion. Or do you have a YouTube channel? Are you
I
going to do
sure
something on
do.
YouTube?
It doesn't have any of my videos uploaded, but everything is a fruitful perspective across the board. So I'm a fruitful perspective on Instagram. I'm a fruitful perspective on Facebook, and I'm a fruitful perspective on YouTube.
Okay, well, it's time for you're going to get busy here, okay?
Oh, honey, you already know.
You get everything together there. It's time. Now, that's your focus. That's what you got to go for right there.
Honey, you
Everything
know,
else,
soon
everything
as
else is fall into place.
you see me, soon as I do this here, it's a wrap.
Well, I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate you, cousin Willie. Like I said, you just made my dream come true.
I
And
appreciate you too. I appreciate that statement. I
Yeah.
thank
appreciate everybody with the comments. I appreciate you too, Patience.
You
yeah.
too, Big Willie. Go, Willie.
There she go with the big Willie.
She's making albums over here. We love you guys out there. We really appreciate you coming on, and hope you enjoyed yourself. And there wasn't many questions. I guess you just enjoyed the conversation, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
good. That's okay too. And this is Passion's second time around. And cousin Willie, I hope you come back again. You know,
I will
just
for
on
sure.
whatever. Like this. Like I said, this is like to me, it's like a relief type thing, because I'm going
Yeah.
monthlies and mid months, and you kind of like this right here, kind of like lets me feel like I'm not by myself.
So So I
We're
have
not
a
being so.
question. See, I know we're trying to shut this off, but since you said that, what have you kind of seen across the board as far as your readings while this energy is playing out right now? Have you been seeing any common thread?
You mean like repetitive things?
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that the readings are very repetitive,
Mhm.
and why I'm saying that is because it seems like it's the same thing over and
And
over
over
again,
again. So,
and that's what I'm getting sick and tired of in my spirit and in my soul, because sometimes I feel like I'm just repeating myself, and it is a repeat, and that's a repeat of what spirit is trying to get something across to people, and to me, it's telling me a lot of people are not listening.
listening.
They're
So
not
you don't,
listening.
there hasn't been any energetic shifts, and people have not completed or not completing their cycles.
Exactly. They're not completing their cycles. They're not listening because I've had repetitive calls saying, I should have listened. Like I tell them, it's not me now. It's not me that I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to
Mhm.
deliver the messages through spirit and our ancestors. That is what's on the table, not me. It's not
Mhm.
me. I want people to understand that I don't have no wand. I'm not magical. Well, we all magical people, but we have to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
And that's the things I'm trying to understand. And like I said, that's the only thing that's kind of frustrating me a little bit. It's just everything. And that's why I'm kind of like, I
Yeah.
asked Spirit, what else is it that I could do? And then he was talking about,
Yeah.
well, bring people together, do a group thing or something like that. And that was hard to do. But I found it through, you know, the blessings of my cousin here and you through people that I read for that
Yeah.
I kind of that
Know
we
they on
see
the level.
they know they're on the level. I know they're on the up and up, and I know they're doing the work, and they're going to,
Mhm.
progress in life and do what it is. That's what I want to kind of push out there. I want to get together for the examples for you guys to be examples, and whoever else that could set an example to like this is really real. I mean, you
Yeah.
know what? We got he's got this. He's got his
Yes.
own,
Wow.
and if
Yeah.
he can do it, anybody can do it.
Hmm.
You just got to get
Mhm.
on that path. You just have to,
Discover your personal purpose.
discover your
Exactly.
purpose and go with it. And
Yeah.
and and just let it have wings and fly. You don't have
Yeah.
to beg for anything. I've seen people just like one after another coming over there to Willie. I don't feel like I think when he started, I don't think he was just pushing. I think he had given to somebody or something. Was that right,
Mhm.
Willie? I never seen you push it or
Nah, at
saying, you
all.
know what I mean? It seemed like people were just gravitating to you
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
like magnets.
Yeah.
I was like, let me find out what this is all about.
Go
So I
Willie.
come over
Go
there. I said,
Willie.
oh, I see why.
Yeah.
See, that's spirit. That's his
It is.
spirit of energized. He's
Yes.
energized. So he's attracting people
Yeah.
to him through his energy and
That
his
energy.
yeah, the energy.
I just
So
done gave you a new name, Willie Green. You
Willie
sell a
Willie
Green,
green
Green.
light and you got a big heart. Willie
yes,
Green.
he
Willie
does.
Green.
He does. He has a big heart.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, I think we all here for the same purpose, to see the betterment of our people. Period. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
that's all that
That's
we
it.
all want, really, and
No
maybe in
more,
different
no
ways.
less. Yes. Because if it wasn't, we wouldn't even be sitting here right now. If
Yeah.
we if
Yeah,
all of us weren't in the same vibration, we wouldn't be here.
exactly.
And if we
And
was go
we
ahead.
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to talk this long if it wasn't a like-minded conversation.
That's right.
Better
That's
know.
right. And I
Y'all
knew it was
feel
just go flow and go. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Again, I want to thank you guys, and again, I
you
hope you
are
do come
welcome.
back. If you have anything else to say, I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down. Let you guys do what you got to do.
Okay,
Just love
appreciate
and
it,
light.
cuz. I
Mwah.
I
appreciate the
appreciate
experience.
you. Oh, no problem. I hope it was a good one for you.
Yeah, it definitely was.
You was beneficial as well. You patient, very beneficial. I like that. I
Yeah.
love it. We got to come back again. And, keep this thing going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
love, peace, and soul to everyone. And I
Huh.
appreciate you all out there. I really do love each and every one of you.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
See you, everybody. And thank you, Cousin Willie. I'll be talking to you
All right.
soon.
Thank you guys too. Thank you too,
You're
Sandy.
welcome. You are so welcome. And like I said, I'll have your information listed below in the description, and also for Patience. Her is you can call her, talk to her, or however she wants to, because she's
Mm.
both are very valuable people. And I wish you both the best and all the success
Thank
in the
you.
world. I
You
really do.
too. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome. And you bye,
Sim-
guys.
simply love, giving people exposure.
Yes.
Without
Appreciate
y'all, I
the
couldn't do it.
Ah,
Peace,
and you
y'all.
also, we appreciate the exposure. Simply love.
Oh,
Yes.
no problem. Like I said, anytime, anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick it. We're gonna be kicking it out. I'm telling you. Like I said, every
Mm.
2 weeks or every month, something like that. This is refreshing to me. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
very refreshing. It's like I'm kind of taking a different direction.
it's a
Yeah.
recharge. We need that too to be recharged also.
Yes, all
You
of
know.
us, in that in the world of, I forgot that who made that song. I think it was Soul to Soul. No, it was something else talking about in a world of confusion. You still have people that's standing. And if you're
Mm.
still
Yeah.
standing in this world of confusion, you understand your conscious mind is in a higher level. There's
Yeah.
always a chance.
Yeah.
Mm.
You better say that.
There's
You better say
always
that.
a chance. There
Yeah.
is. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Everything will be fine. Long as you focus
Mm-hmm.
on you first, everything else will follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now.
Yeah.
Any closing statements?
No, that's
Nah.
it. Love you first. Love you first. Y'all have to get that down pat. I know it's hard, but love you first.
Love you
Yep.
first.
It'll come easy after a while, though. And spend some time to yourself. Spend some time alone. Talk to yourself. You're not really talking. You're talking to your ancestors. It's just you need to be to yourself in order to receive the messages, however they present it to you. And a lot of times when I do readings as well, people tell me that some things that I said, somebody comes along and says almost the exact same
Same
thing to
thing.
them, like a total stranger out of the blue.
Yeah.
So see, when you learn to listen to spirit and follow spirit, they're going to send you confirmation one way or another.
Yeah.
They're going to send you confirmation to let you know, hey, that's what we said. That's what we meant.
That's
You
what it
know,
is.
and that's what it is. And that's, see, all they ask you to do is just test them. That's all they said. Just try us, please.
Yes.
Take that first step, and we're going to walk the rest of the way with you. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And this ain't no
Yeah.
church house. This is you. You are the church, okay? With inside
Amen.
yourself.
Tabernacle
Yeah.
patience over here.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I
since we
love
don't
you
have
guys.
no, I love you too. Love each and every one of you. I'm sorry. And again, thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
are
You
most
don't know
welcome.
how much this means
Yeah.
to me. Just don't know how much this meant to me. I appreciate both of you.
You're
Appreciate the
welcome.
We
family
appreciate
out
you
here.
too.
We will be back to do something else again. And you can count on that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all, and have a great night, beautiful night, and a beautiful week. Love, peace, and soul.
All right. Love you guys.
Love
Bye
you too. Love you. Be in contact with both of you, okay?
bye. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Again, thank you.
Bye bye.
All right. Thank you too.
You're welcome. Take care.